Europe is just a few stripes away. There's still time to secure your summer travel with great fares. Fly nonstop with Condor Airlines to Frankfurt and connect to the best destinations across Europe. Book today at condor.com. That's condor.com.
Ride the current of growing your savings with Seattle Credit Union. A high-yield savings account helps your money work as hard as you do, with higher balances unlocking better interest rates. Also, you can skip the monthly fee by keeping a $1,000 minimum. Go to seattlecu.com to learn more. Effective August 3rd, 2026. Interest compounded and credited monthly. Transfer and withdrawal limitations apply. Daily balance determines interest. New money must not have been on deposit with the credit union during the prior 30 days. Additional terms apply.
3 rows, electric, room for plants. All ways forward with Kia.
It started as brunch in Ballard. Then somebody says, let's take the ferry. And suddenly I've got 6 people, 1 wet dog, an aggressively large houseplant, and a kid already asking if we can get ice cream when we get to Bainbridge. My Kia EV9 seats up to 7, has the range for days like this, and gives us the space to say yes when brunch accidentally becomes a whole side quest.
Kia has a vehicle built for the way your life actually moves. Find your way forward at kia.com. Kia, movement that inspires.
And now, here's the question.
Hola, bitches. Good day to you and yours. It seems like most of the time that there's news from the high seas. It involves a norovirus outbreak on a cruise ship. In fact, that happens so much it barely even qualifies as news anymore. Well, leave it to Washington State to make maritime news weird. A sailboat off of Owen Beach in Tacoma. It was floating untethered with no one aboard, except for 54 house cats. That's right, every passenger was in fact a cat, and oddly enough, generally speaking, most of the cats were pretty healthy. So they've been watered, they've been fed, there's just no people or evidence that people have been there, just 54 stinking house cats. Now, summarizing the remarks of various agencies investigating the weird cat ship, and I quote, "What?" Okay, let's go to the coast to Alaska, where a family of 3, they were sleeping in their boat on Glacier Bay. Well, their sleep was interrupted when their boat was hit by a humpback whale. Now, the boat sank, and the family had to swim 130 yards to shore in the dark. In fact, they had to make a fire on the beach until the next morning when they could finally be rescued. And speaking of boats off the coast of Alaska, a 21-foot skiff put out a distress call a few days ago. And wouldn't you know it, Mark Zuckerberg's super yacht was real close. In fact, it was the closest boat. But instead of assisting, they ignored the call and pretended that they didn't hear it. Or as the Coast Guard put it, they chose not to respond. Quick side note, just want to say Mark Zuckerberg created a company whose entire thing is listening in, but they didn't hear the distress call. Sorry, our bad. And then on the other side of the world, Miles, you can relate to this one. We go to Botswana, Africa. A video is going viral of a very angry hippo chasing a tour boat down the river. And we say it all the time, but to see the video, you cannot believe how fast those frickin' things are or how terrified everyone on the boat is. One tourist had the comment, quote, "It was one of the most terrifying moments I've ever experienced." Yeah, I bet it was. And no matter how long you live, that's probably going to be true. Today, we're talking about being on the water. You can be on a cruise ship. You can go inner tubing, like 3 people in Michigan who ended up having to be rescued in the wilderness because somehow their tubing went off course. You try to go to the water to relax, and then, something happens. So today's question, brought to you by our friends at Advanced Hair Restoration, is what happened when you were on the water?
To be a part of the big show, call 206-803-ROCK. Like the Men's Room on Facebook, follow us on X and Instagram at Men's Room Live. Send those emails to the Men's Room at KISW.com, and I'll watch the show live on YouTube at KISW Rock.
Europe is just a few stripes away. There's still time to secure your summer travel with great fares. Fly nonstop with Condor to Frankfurt and connect seamlessly across Europe. Stroll through the grand streets of Budapest. Relax on the beaches of Majorca, or discover countless destinations beyond. Your vacation begins the moment you step on board. Europe is just a few stripes away. Book now at condor.com. That's condor.com.
Ride the current of growing your savings with Seattle Credit Union. A high-yield savings account helps your money work as hard as you do, with higher balances unlocking better interest rates. Also, you can skip the monthly fee by keeping a $1,000 minimum. Go to seattlecu.com to learn more. Effective August 3rd, 2026. Interest compounded and credited monthly. Transfer and withdrawal limitations apply. Daily balance determines interest. New money must not have been on deposit with the credit union during the prior 30 days. Additional terms apply.
Let's clear the air about hybrids with Kia.
Plans don't wait for perfect weather. 1 minute it's errands in the rain, the next it's the dog in the back, and a last-minute drive towards Snoqualmie. Either way, I don't want my car adding another thing to worry about. That's why I love my Kia Telluride Turbo Hybrid. I don't plan around charging stations. I stop less for gas, and rainy stop and go on I-90 actually works in my favor.
Smart, efficient, capable. The Kia Telluride Turbo Hybrid is built for the way Seattle moves. Find your next adventure at kia.com. Kia, movement that inspires.
Steady growth starts here. At Seattle Credit Union, certificates of deposit let you lock in a great rate and watch your savings flourish. Right now, earn 4.05% APY on our featured 11-month certificate of deposit. It's a simple, dependable way to grow your savings. Seattle Credit Union. Stability, growth, and peace of mind. APY effective July 22nd, 2026 and subject to change. Minimum $1,000 deposit required. Early withdrawal penalties may apply. New money required. Visit seattlecu.com for complete details.
So away we go. Welcome to the 21st Amendment season, episode number 4,575. What a large and in charge program we have for you today. Guaranteed future repeat. Taryn Daly, Steve Makes from the Daily Makes Morning Show joining us. We'll sit and spin. Today we play bands that name check themselves in song.
All right.
Now there are other bands out there that will name check other bands, other artists. Sure. But it's very strange when you name check yourself. It's almost like speaking in the third person.
It is.
To some degree.
Who used to do
Yeah.
it? Did Mike Tyson used to do that? Who was it? Somebody used to always... I can't think of who it was. I believe it's a combat sport person, but like anytime they interviewed him, even though he's speaking on his own behalf, he still did it in third person.
Was it Ali?
Muhammad Ali was just, he was, you know.
He was his own thing.
Right. He was just constantly.
That's a tough one, right? Ali said a lot of stuff.
Oh, yes, he did. You know, my mom met him when he was still Cassius Clay. All right. And so my mom explains it. Her best friend at the time, I can't remember her name now. But anyway, she was dating this new guy. And so they were going to go on a 3-person date, as it were. My mom's going to be the third wheel because her friend is not sure about this guy. She likes him.
Yeah.
Said he was cute, blah, blah, blah. And she's like, look, we're black in the 60s, so no one has money. And his brother comes rolling down the road in a Cadillac. All right. Turns out it is Cassius Clay. Now, no one really knows who he is at the time. And according to my mother, he was exactly the same then as we got to know him as Muhammad Ali. So, you know, my mom, very proper, knows. Hi, I'm Carolyn. My name's Cassius Clay. I'm the greatest fighter yet. My mom's like, yeah, okay, whatever. So when she's talking to him on this date, like, well, what do you do? You know, because she's looking out for her friend. Like, do you have a job? You know, kind of thing any friend would ask. Oh, I'm a prize fighter. You can hear about me one day. She's like, oh, Jesus Christ. All right. So she never sees the guy again. Then the Olympics happen.
Right.
And she's like, you have got to be kidding me. That is the guy that my friend went on the date with. So as much as he talked, he did back it up.
Yeah. Well, I mean, and some people check themselves, but it's not in third person.
No.
So, like, I don't know. Hell, Hank Williams Jr. There's a song, You Never Call Me By My Name. And he'll say, my friends ask me, Hank, why do you drink?
That's
why,
fair.
Why do you rub smoke? You know, like all that stuff. But he's not doing it in a third person, where this is blatantly just calling out your own name.
Like Willie Nelson has like the shotgun Willie. He's talking about himself.
Exactly.
Sure. My buddy Leon did it once because he was high on acid, and I said something to him, and his response was, Leon is not here right now.
Leon is not here?
Yeah, Leon is not here right now.
Oh, good.
Goddamn.
That is probably the time I'll use it the most.
Right.
Ted's getting tired.
Yeah.
Ted needs to go to bed.
Right, like Ted needs to go lay down.
Yeah. I think it's the point where you start calling yourself daddy every once in a while, like, Daddy's sleeping. When you enter that face, Daddy needs to go to bed, kids. There's no kids in the room.
Yeah, I know.
I'm just talking to myself on the couch. Like, Dad's going to fall asleep on the couch here if I don't get up right now.
or right, I'm going back to some of my friends. I'm just annoyed. Like, I don't care. It's 3 a.m. Ted's going home.
Yeah. It's the number one thing I hear from people. Do you talk to yourself a lot? Well, I live alone. So I'm going to get a cat, man, you know? Yeah. I'm really thinking about
So
it.
you're going to annoy the cat instead?
No, so I have somebody to talk to.
So annoy the cat. That's what I said. Same thing.
But the cat will talk back to me.
You
never
know what
know.
I'm saying? Shut up.
You never know how much you talk to yourself when you live alone until you share a room with a friend.
No, seriously.
Oh, yeah. My buddy was like, who are you talking to out here? I'm like, oh, my God, my bad.
I get called out all the time.
I'm used to saying stuff out loud, and there's nobody here.
Yeah, me too.
Especially in the morning.
Like, I can't just do something. It's not like, it's like this. Where are my shoes? Where did I put my shoes? Like someone's going to answer, oh, you left them down by the door. You know, like, but that's what I do. I'm looking for my shoes. I can't just look for them.
My wife talks to herself all the time. The problem is she will talk to herself at the same time she's telling me something, so it's real easy to get confused. Like, hey, we need to go to the grocery store. I believe she's talking to me. And then it's followed up with another sentence. And I'm like, what? She's like, oh, I'm talking to myself. And it's like, man, the point where you're talking to yourself, keep that inside. Because I'm still listening to you.
Yeah.
She's like, I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to me.
I did it at the grocery store. Someone was looking at me. I think she thought I was talking to her. I was like, no, I'm sorry. I'm just talking to myself. What is that? Cheese filled. He just looked at me. I was like, sorry.
All right.
Sentence Span coming up at 4:30. We have 10 songs where a band name checks themselves on the way. And today we're going to talk about what happened when you were on the water. Now, we all know that what is the rage here in Seattle these days? Jimothy. Hopefully that's died down.
No. I was announced today that he had his own Lego figurine at some place in San Francisco.
Jimothy, the raccoon.
He does. It's not an official Lego piece. Someone in San Francisco who worked like... It's not Legoland, but put it this way. They have created like this big cityscape, all right? And Jimothy is all the rage, so it was announced today that this person, and they showed a picture of it, and as much as a mutant raccoon can be recreated with Legos, I guess they did a good job. And the idea is, if you visit this place, which I never will, you look in a giant cityscape, see if you can find Hunchback Jimothy.
All right. Well, you know, I saw at the Fremont Sunday Festival or fair, whatever you call it, the market. I saw
farmers market.
No, listen, it's
not a farmers market.
They really don't have a lot of produce, but they
come on, man.
Yeah, it's more like T-shirts, and you want to wear someone else's clothes.
Oh, an old vinyl, yeah.
Yeah. They had about at least 4 different vendors with 4 original shirts, T-shirts you could buy.
All right.
There were paintings of this, physically deformed raccoon.
That's big money.
But you got to remember something else. Since this has all gone down, we have no new video of this guy. It's almost like he's like, oh, no. I am not dealing with this celebrity stuff.
You think he's dead?
I think I'm just going to hide out in a dumpster for a while till everything dies down, get back to my normal life.
All right, let me ask you this.
I'm serious. People have looked for him.
Yeah.
You know, people want to get a picture of him.
All right.
Look, they tracked down that dog who rode on the bus with me in a day. So if the news team got on it, they could find the damn thing.
So everyone loves Jimothy because who doesn't love a hunchback mammal? And say you're driving down the road at night, Miles, you hit and kill Jimothy, and you recognize, like, oh, my God, I just hit Jimothy. Knowing that people around the world love this weird little thing, do you tell anyone? Do you hide the body? Because to me, and I'm being dead on, I hit Jimothy with the car, knowing how people feel about Jimothy. First of all, it's not my intent.
Look,
we hit something.
Here's the bottom line.
Hold on. It's a hunchback raccoon. Tell them we're getting a shovel. And we're going to bury this thing, and we don't tell anyone that we killed Jimothy because no matter how innocent it is, right? There's roadkill all the time, but if you hit Jimothy, we will be vilified
here's the key.
forever.
Here's the key.
So my point is,
the key is
no one has seen him lately, do you think someone hit him with a car and buried his ass?
You need to pick him up and put him in your trunk.
Why?
I'll tell you why.
I don't think it's safe to pick up a dead raccoon.
Because everybody's got a door ring camera. There's cameras everywhere. If you leave the raccoon in the road where it is, they're going to look. Someone's going to say, oh, wait, what car came through here at this time that could possibly have
cluster cameras or whatever the hell.
And then they're going to look. He just ran over it and didn't even stop and help Jimothy. But if you just pick his ass up and throw him in the trunk, no one knows he died right there, right?
Where are you getting rid of him?
So then I'll probably throw him in the canal.
I think you got to burn the body, man.
Miles is right.
Throwing him in the canal. So if you hit Jimothy with the car,
Jimothy drowned.
You're throwing him.
It's not like they can't.
They're going to know he got hit by a car.
What are they going to say? Like something happened to his back? You obviously got run over? No, he's
his
already...
gut shooting out of his ass.
Well,
that'll be the sign, man.
I'm just saying.
You got to get rid of the body.
So as big as he is, all right. To me, this is a bigger story.
All right.
This story's insane.
This story is a bigger story, and it has not got the traction of that raccoon with a deformed back.
Because there's nothing wrong with these cats.
No, but I'm saying, like, look.
I saw a human that looked like Jimothy yesterday.
I know. Was he getting love?
No.
Was he on fentanyl?
No, he was working.
All right. He's just one of those guys that walks over with a cane and...
Yeah,
I know it's sad, man.
But he's a human. I couldn't take a picture and be like, "Look how cute he is."
No, every you say this, and my wife and I, we've seen 2 Jimothys humans since Jimothy's been a thing. I never paid
There's always
attention.
a dude who can walk like an L.
Right.
You know what I mean?
But once I see the humpback, we're like, that's the human Jimothy. And like you said, Ted, nobody loves him.
Now, this sucks, okay? Like, look, I don't care what happens to these 50-some cats, but let's just think for a minute. These cats are living their best life. They're living on a sailboat. They're obviously well fed. They have fresh water. They are floating out in the Puget Sound. They have their own boat. No one bothers them. They get to hang out all day. Now they're going to be put in a freaking box at the SPCA for someone to come and try to adopt.
But how much food can they have on that boat?
I don't know.
This
is the mystery
and
of
fresh
this.
water.
This is the mystery. The sailboat that is bobbing off of Tacoma's Owen Beach turned out to be abandoned with people, but just occupied by, they say, scads of cats, 0 humans. As Como News reports, police first checked the vessel Thursday after reports of improper lighting. They found no people aboard.
Look, they know how to sail. They haven't figured out electricity. Cut them some slack.
Only dozens of felines living in what officers called unsafe conditions. So they brought in the Marine Services Unit and Animal Control. They spent more than a day removing cats and from cramped spaces below deck. Through a tremendous team effort, every cat and kitten is being safely removed from the boat, according to the Tacoma Police Department. They put the total number of cats at 53. That's according to King 5. There are 4 to 5 to go that are still not crated. In other words, there are 4 to 5 cats that are still hanging on this boat. And they don't want to be taken off. Hopefully today is the final rescue day. One cat jumped onto our boats as the rescuers were there, then off into the water and took off swimming.
Wow.
Damn.
Yeah. So he jumped onto the rescue boat beside that boat, and then he jumped off that boat and said, I'm out of here. I just took the hell off.
You don't hear about a lot of cats that love swimming.
They actually don't mind it as much as the perception is, apparently.
Where do you think that perception came from?
They just don't normally have access to water.
Right.
But if they have it, like...
I saw a whole special on tigers in India.
Those tigers.
And they thought that for years. And then they were like, oh, wait a minute. If they live near the river, they swim and cross it
They
all
swim
the
all
time.
the time, yeah. Many appeared generally healthy. Obviously, some were flea-ridden and likely had been there for months. They have been clearly fed and watered, according to Tacoma Animal Control.
Smart cats.
They have identified a possible owner and are investigating. My money said, look, this is probably a private dock. They probably got it moored there. It just broke free. Mm-hmm. That's where their cats lived. And it just started to float probably into the water.
All right.
That would be the only theory I can come up with. But you're talking about one hunchback raccoon running through a neighborhood. Mm. Now you got a boat with 50 cats on a float.
54.
See, to me, this is the story right here. If you got one of the boats on, the SS Minnow, you got a cat from the SS Minnow, a floating cat boat.
But nobody cares because there's nothing wrong with the cats. For people to love an animal, it either has to be a baby, right? Or it's effed up. Or if you have a one-eyed chihuahua, you will, look, you could have the dog that's best in show. Whatever those ugly, stupid, I don't know, some Pomeranian with the ribbons in its hair, and it's like, hey, I won all these awards for the kennel, whatever the hell they're called. Nobody cares. Now, you bring up some one-eyed, three-legged chihuahua, take one picture, put it online. Brother, you're going to be on the Today Show. You're going to be on Jimmy Fallon. Because you have an ugly animal. No offense against Jimothy. You're ugly. And the uglier you are as an animal, but you shouldn't be that ugly, that's where the money is, man.
The Fremont market itself has 4 different booths devoted just for cats. There's one dude where he wants you to take a picture with his cutout cat. And everything he has is just a picture of his cat.
He's a lonely man.
That's the only thing he sells.
All right.
Pictures of this one cat. There's cats everywhere down there. I'm telling you, man, this is a bigger story than that hunchback raccoon.
I believe it's a bigger story, but again, there's nothing wrong with the cats. If they all had one eye, this would be, people would adopt it. Right? Half the time, I don't know, you watch like your local news, and at the end, they'll put up like 3 images of animals. Go to our local SPCA. There's a normal-looking golden retriever. He's been there for 7 months. There's a normal-looking, I don't know, German Shepherd. He's been there 9 months. That 3-legged one-eyed chihuahua, I'll tell you, and you adopted him yesterday.
I like that one cat that just jumped in and said, F it, I'm swimming.
Yeah, I'm out of
Yeah.
here.
That's awesome. He probably just went back to where he knows where he lives.
Probably back to the boat.
Yeah.
I'm going back to the boat, dude. That was good.
It's crazy. Okay. So our question, what happened when you were on the water? 206-803-ROCK.
I do like that he jumped on the rescue boat.
Well, I did. Like, I'm out.
This sucks.
That's not where he wanted to be. He was having a good life, man.
It's full of cops.
Yeah, I mean, imagine someone decides.
I'm going to be spayed or neutered.
Someone determines they don't like how I'm living my life. So they show up at my house, and they just pull me in, throw me in the back of a truck, and say, hey, dude.
Next thing I know, I'm in a
based
box.
on our opinion, we're going to take you somewhere better.
Wait a
And
minute.
it's like, I'm fine where I'm at, man. So if
I am
him,
fed. I have water. I'm floating on the water. I live waterfront. F360. Waterfront.
And nowhere in that article does it say the cats were in distress. Right? You know what I mean? Like
There's got to be a number on the boat where you can identify where the damn thing came from. Sure. This cannot be that hard. I mean, a car could be on fire on the side of the road, almost completely burned down. They'll figure out whose car that was.
Oh, yeah.
So how in the hell don't they know whose boat this is?
The boat's got to have a name, right? Everybody names the freaking boat. So
Maybe there's no registration on it?
I mean, maybe.
Should
They
be the
said
wet-
they have a possible owner. I don't know, man.
Should be the wet kitty.
Yeah.
Why?
No, that's actually accurate.
That's what they do with
Get
boats.
your head out of
Right.
the gutter, Mike.
Yeah.
You'd be like, Miles, you have 54 cats on here. And you go, yeah, where was your mind? What did you think he meant when he said the wet kitty?
Exactly why you're laughing. That's right. You should buy the boat and call it Perfection.
You know
There
what?
you go.
You can't rename a boat, apparently.
You got to do like a whole process.
It's like bringing a banana on there. I don't think you can do it.
You
Like,
can,
I
but you
think
got to
doom
like.
it.
There's a process to it to
Like
rename.
sage or something?
Yeah, I don't know the whole. I just know there is a process. You can do it, but you got to go through the process, or it's bad luck. But I'm not buying a boat.
I think you're flirting with disaster.
Is everything bad luck with a boat?
Yes,
It
pretty
seems to
much.
me, if you buy a boat, just know that everything you do is bad luck,
We're gonna
except
find out
put
today.
54 cats on it.
What happened when you were on the water? 206-803-ROCK.
Europe is just a few stripes away. There's still time to secure your summer travel with great fares. Fly nonstop with Condor to Frankfurt and connect seamlessly across Europe. Stroll through the grand streets of Budapest. Relax on the beaches of Majorca or discover countless destinations beyond. Your vacation begins the moment you step on board. Europe is just a few stripes away. Book now at condor.com. That's condor.com.
Ride the current of growing your savings with Seattle Credit Union. A high-yield savings account helps your money work as hard as you do, with higher balances unlocking better interest rates. Also, you can skip the monthly fee by keeping a $1,000 minimum. Go to seattlecu.com to learn more. Effective August 3rd, 2026. Interest compounded and credited monthly. Transfer and withdrawal limitations apply. Daily balance determines interest. New money must not have been on deposit with the credit union during the prior 30 days. Additional terms apply.
Let's clear the air about hybrids with Kia.
Plans don't wait for perfect weather. 1 minute it's errands in the rain, the next it's the dog in the back, and a last-minute drive towards Snoqualmie. Either way, I don't want my car adding another thing to worry about. That's why I love my Kia Telluride Turbo Hybrid. I don't plan around charging stations. I stop less for gas, and rainy stop and go on I-90 actually works in my favor.
Smart, efficient, capable. The Kia Telluride Turbo Hybrid is built for the way Seattle moves. Find your next adventure at kia.com. Kia, movement that inspires.
Steady growth starts here. At Seattle Credit Union, certificates of deposit let you lock in a great rate and watch your savings flourish. Right now, earn 4.05% APY on our featured 11-month certificate of deposit. It's a simple, dependable way to grow your savings. Seattle Credit Union. Stability, growth, and peace of mind. APY effective July 22nd, 2026 and subject to change. Minimum $1,000 deposit required. Early withdrawal penalties may apply. New money required. Visit seattlecu.com for complete details.
What's up? It's your boy, the Ted Smith. Plumbing problems stink, and consistently worrying about upkeep does too. Good news. With a gold membership with Pinky's Plumbing, you get free inspections and discounted pricing when Pinky's comes to your home. In short, a Pinky's free gold membership saves you money on your plumbing needs. Plus, you get $100 off when you mention my name, the Ted Smith. And always remember, if it's stinky, call Pinky's. Pinky'sPlumbing.com.
When the plumbing backs up and things get stinky, call Pinky's.
Always live on the free Odyssey app. Text the guys at 206-803-ROCK from the Pinky's Plumbing Studio. You're in the men's room.
Our question, what happened when you were on the water? 206-803-ROCK.
Hello, Matthew. Welcome to the men's room.
Hey, how you doing, guys?
Hola.
Hola.
Anyway, so I got a quick story. Me and my dad were fishing out in the ocean, CQ up in Bonita Bay about 25 years ago. And there's these weights that we use for fishing called banana weights. They weigh about 6 ounces. They look like a banana. So my dad's got this fish on for about 20 minutes, and he's got the rod buckled over like a monkey humping a football. And that thing breaks, the line breaks. So my dad leans his head over the boat, and that banana weight's coming out him as hard as he got the pole bent over. And it hits him right between the eyes, splits his face open, and drops him out and knocks him out cold.
And you were the only person on the boat with him?
I won't know. We have my cousin there too, but
All right.
I mean, we were able to laugh because he was out. But we woke him up, and he came too. But it was the first time I ever seen my dad knocked out.
And hopefully the last. How many times have you seen your dad knocked out?
I said, well, like blacked out or knocked out.
Well, whichever.
Knocked out. Yeah, blacked out. I think we all can tell some stories.
Just the one time, but it was one of the funniest moments of my life. And when he came to, he laughed about it too.
Well, see, to me, blacked out means you're still awake. Passed out,
Yeah,
means
you're not.
you're not. So to me, blacked out means you were still attempting to look like you're functioning, but you're not home.
Right. You're blacked out drunk.
You're blacked out, but, you're passed out. That means you're trying to sleep it off.
It's a weird thing. I read they were saying that, like, when people are blackout drunk, essentially, all of your not that your motor skills are performing well, but, like, your brain is doing enough to keep you physical, but it has stopped recording information, right? So when you wake up the next day and you're like, do you remember what you said? Obviously, the answer is no. But it's like, look, the reason you don't, at the point that you're quote-unquote blackout drunk, your brain just stops listening to anything. It will not remember anything that happens from that point on.
Yeah.
And hopefully someone can tell the signs before you get there.
Yeah, you know what, to be honest, it was funny. Like I said, that the Irish weddings are different.
Yeah.
And they go very long. And there was a period during all the speeches and stuff where it was hot in this room. People were just drinking wine. So people got really, really drunk. So there was a couple of, like, not that I wasn't, but like the next day I'm talking to some guy and he's like, I didn't mean to get that drunk. And he just starts to say, like, if I said, and I was like, you do not have to say that to me.
Yeah,
I've been there plenty of times.
That's right.
Right? Like, yeah, we had an awkward conversation, but like, I don't care. I already forgot about it.
I remember when you called me after the infamous gin night.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Dude, did I say anything stupid? I'm like, Ted, the question is, did you say anything that was not stupid?
Right.
Like, just everything you said was stupid. All of it. The whole thing.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it, man.
Right. So, like, so with this guy, and I could see it in his eyes. He's just like, I was like, just stop right
Don't
there.
worry about it.
I'm the last person you
Right.
owe an apology.
Don't sweat it.
Dude, the place is still, it's not there anymore. But I showed up the next day around 11-ish, and I was like, I think I left my card here last night. He goes, what's your last name? I was like, Montgomery. And he goes, ha, it's you. And I was like, it's me. He's like, yeah, here's your card, brother. He's like, we put a 20% tip on there. I'm like, you weren't working last night. He's like, no. I heard all about it. And I was like, you heard all about what? And he's like, hey, man, sounds like you guys had a pretty good time last night. I was like, that's it? No details? He's like, you're allowed back in, man. I was like, all right, okay.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, I was like, yeah. And I'm just like, it was like a mystery. I walked out there like, what happened?
I told you, man.
What
we were in
happened?
Costa Rica.
What happened?
And they're opening this casino.
What
What
happened?
happened? They did a soft launch. I know I had a very, very good time. I wake up the next day. I feel awful. Like, I know that I put it on. And down in the cafeteria, everyone's like, crazy man. That's what they started calling me. And keep in mind, I have no recollection of what's going on. I can live with that, so I don't care. But the hard opening of this casino was the next night, that night. And so we go up there, and when we get there, this is a casino. So security is like wearing tuxedos, and they have the earpieces, and this very serious-looking man immediately makes a beeline for me. And I'm like, oh, no. Because no one told me what I'd done except some long dissertation about Star Trek. I have no idea what they're talking about, but apparently I went off about that. So the security guard comes up to me, and he puts out his hand and starts doing this weird handshake with me, and he's like, hey, if anyone gives you trouble, man, you make sure you let me know. And I'm like, okay. And then the guys carrying the trays, like the catering guys, they're like, hey! And so apparently I taught all these guys some weird secret handshake they were going to have. Dude, I have no idea. But they all did it. And, like, they were just handing me food and drinks all night. And every time they saw me, it's kind of like the double gun thing. But
I mean, that's a good
What's up, Playboy?
it is a good thing. And because of that, look, every time I screw up, my wife will inform me where I went terribly wrong. She was not there. This is one of the few times I was blackout drunk, and it was real positive.
Yeah.
I mean, the employees love me. Everyone around me loved me. And I'm like, man, I really wish I knew what I did. But they're like, you are fantastic. I'm like, but I had to pretend I remembered. That was the whole thing. I'm like, cool, good to see you, man. Yeah.
What happened when you were on the water? 206-803-ROCK.
It's only tough because of the handshake.
I did not know that this and that. So all these guys kept coming up into security, catering. I'm like, what the hell? And they're like, you taught it to us last night, man. Remember? I'm like, oh, yeah. I remember, man. I remember.
Damn it.
Hello, Mike. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola.
Hola.
All right. So last year, 4th of July, we do a lot of camping on the river in Monroe, the Skycomish River. All my buddies and I have jet boats. And a lot of the guys have like really bright light bars on their boats, and it's not uncommon to go rip around the river in the dark. Well, this particular night on 4th of July, there was a lot of alcohol involved, and two of my buddies went out for a ride. I was getting tired. It was like midnight. I went to sleep, and I wake up to my phone ringing at like 2 a.m., and it's one of my buddies, and I'm like, oh, no. And I answer the phone. He's like, Mike, you got to come save us. And I'm like, what? And he's like, tells me where they're at. And I'm like, dude, I can't get my boat up there because the river's really shallow and my boat's a little bit bigger. He's like, it's fine. Get in my boat. And the whole time he's trying to tell me where to go, he's screaming at the other buddy in the boat who also had way too much to drink to put his life jacket on. Because mind you, they're in like the middle of the river. The river's flowing fast. Like, this is not a good situation. So I jump in his boat. I run up. First I crawl out of my tent and I see this massive light just shining up at this tree from like 700 yards away. So I had a pretty good idea of where the boat was and that it was clearly upside down.
Oh, no.
Nothing about this was a good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I get in Buddy's boat. I get up there and the boat's like half underwater. They're perched up in the bow. I get them on the boat. And as soon as the second guy gets in the boat just like flips over, and now it's upside down. And
in the water or on the shore?
In the water, like the middle of the river, pinned up against a log.
Wow.
Yeah. The best part was when we woke up in the morning, and the river's pretty popular. There's boats running up and down, and it can be kind of sketchy just on a normal day when people aren't wasted or trying to retrieve sunken boats, right? So we're trying to wake up dude who crashed the boat. It's like 5 a.m. and he just won't wake up. We end up like pouring river water on him. Anyways, long story short, we did end up using another boat to flip his boat right side up, get it to shore, get all the water out, drained all the oil out of the motor, and within a couple hours, he was ripping up and down the river again.
Damn. Of course he was.
Wow.
Just quick note. So do you name your jet boat?
Mine has a name. I don't know if his has a name.
And if you were to sell it to someone, like Miles was saying, apparently it's unlucky or whatever.
Yeah, you don't want to change the name.
It's kind of a thing. I'm not personally that superstitious, but yeah, it is kind of a thing, and just in the boat world in general, that you don't change the name of a boat.
So I looked it up. There is a process.
All right. So what do you? So I buy a
If
boat.
there's a process, then I don't want to be involved in it.
You got to remove every trace of the old name from the boat. Logbooks, life rings, keychains, decor.
All right.
You got to write a token. Write the old name in washable ink or on a piece of metal, wood, or coin. Then you got to appease the sea gods. You read a formal address to Poseidon, asking him to clear the old name from his ledger, then drop the token into the water. You pour champagne into the water from east to west and offer a toast to the wind gods. Then you christen the new name on the hull and christen her with a French toast and with a fresh toast and pour of champagne.
Do you think somebody just told their drunk friend that, and then he spread the word? Like, dude, if you're going to change the name of my, because I sell it to Miles.
I'm just leaving the name.
And I tell Miles, hey, man, if you're going to buy my boat, you got to do this. And then you do.
Any new boat, you have to break a bottle of champagne on it.
I've heard that.
Right? So this is just the reverse.
Hey, look, would that mess up the boat?
No, the boat's pretty solid. You can take a bottle of champagne.
Man, you take a bottle of champagne, it might put a dent in your boat.
You've watched Caddyshack too many times.
I know that he knocked the thing off.
Right.
That's what I'm saying.
Well, he didn't hit the boat.
Right.
He just did it in the wrong spot.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
That's a lot. So just keep the name of the boat.
Did you guys see the video of the guy? I don't know if he passed out. They arrested him. He was 21 years old. I don't know if I'm assuming he passed out in the boat, but he was heading like straight toward the ferry dock.
Oh, yeah.
And then he veers off to the left and just launches it up on the rocks, and you see him like flying out.
Was that here?
I don't know what ferry terminal that was.
I'm pretty sure
Washington State.
I'm pretty sure he got arrested for boating and drinking.
Yeah, well, he had to. I mean, there's no way. I mean, this thing, because you're like, oh, no. This thing is like, it's because he's going pretty fast.
Yeah.
You think he passed out, woke up the last second, veered to the left?
I don't think he woke up until he splashed into the water.
Correct. I think it just happened to veer.
Speaking of being drunk, 9:30 this morning on I-5. Guys pulled over, no big deal. And as we go by, I'm like, he's getting a DUI.
Oh, really?
It is 9:30 on a Tuesday morning. The sun is out. And I'm like...
Or a Monday night, depending on who you are.
Or Monday night. But again, I'm like, bro, this is a bad look. Seriously, I'm like, it's 9:30 a.m., man. You should not be getting a DUI.
What happened when you were on the water? 206-803-ROCK.
Hello, Bob. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola, bicholas.
Hola.
Well, first of all, I've had a boat ever since I was a young kid, and I wouldn't trust all that crap about pouring champagne east and west and everything. It's just flat out bad luck to change the name on a boat.
Oh, you did none of that work.
That's what I've been saying.
Yeah. All right. What is the name of your boat currently?
My boat is the Enterprise, but it's not the aircraft carrier Enterprise. It's the Starship Enterprise.
Well, to be honest with you, that's what I pictured first.
Okay, cool. But anyhow, I can tell you about the cat story because I fish down there every day, and I've been watching this boat for the last month and a half. Or I could
wait, hold on. So you're saying that boat has been out there floating for a month and a half?
Yes. It's been out there, and he got kicked out of the Breakwater Marina, and so he brought it out of the marina and anchored it out there in front of Owens Beach. And it's been there for a month and a half. And I've never seen anybody on the boat, but I've seen the cats up on the deck. And so I was going to call for a welfare check. And the day that I was going to call, all of a sudden the cops showed up, animal control showed up, everything. They know who owns the boat. They know the guy's name and everything. They just can't find him. But to date, right now, as of today, they've taken over 60 cats off of that boat, and there's still more.
What, now,
why?
Did
he live with the cats? Do you believe?
Yes.
He did?
Yes, and it just got out of control on him. And for the cat that jumped in the water, right now there's minus tide. So that current is so strong that if they did not get that cat back out of the water, he's probably in Olympia by now.
Living large.
So how long have you been seeing? Were you familiar with this guy before he got booted out of the arena?
No. I know some people in the marina, and they told me that he had gotten kicked out of the marina and anchored it over there at Owens Beach.
Probably because he had 60 cats living on his boat. That to me, that would be justifiable, even if he's paying for his slip. But I'm like, dude, there's cats. There's cats everywhere.
So, but one of the things they keep saying, look, it's a media report, so trust what you can. But they said the cats, for the most part, seemed well fed and watered. So, do you think this dude's been sneaking out there in a dinghy to make sure his cats are okay?
Or other people have been going out there and doing it?
Well, the cats were malnutrition. First of all, and they're flea ridden. So they have fleas bad. I mean, there's basically fleas jumping into the water. So, rumor has it that he was going out there about once a week and dumping a bunch of food into the boat and then taking off again. So
that would explain it.
All right.
Yeah. So, and then the guy that got drunk and ran into the rocks, he never woke up. He literally went up onto the rocks. It was a 18-foot gray tide runner with a red stripe on it. And, that was a funny story. We all talked about that. It's kind of a community down there at Point Defiance. Everybody pretty much knows what's going on anywhere in the water around Point Defiance.
Is everyone crazy?
So when he went into the water, he was still unconscious?
He never went into the water. He just rolled around in his boat, and his boat slid down in the water. And he was out. He was drunk. He was passed out. He didn't get hurt at all.
So so did the boat go back in the water and start floating again?
No. It slid down the rocks and just kind of rested there, all cockeyed. Yeah.
Okay. So he didn't wake up until somebody went down there to wake his ass up.
Correct.
Wow.
Damn.
Because he hit that thing pretty hard.
See, I don't feel so bad about my blackout drunk anymore. I mean, like. God damn, buddy. Like, just seeing the video, like, how did that not wake you up?
There's stories about, I was out there one time when there was a big cruiser and he was heading towards Gig Harbor, going west. That son of a bitch was in the boat taking a dump, and he had it on autopilot, and he ran into the ferry boat.
Jesus. So he completely sober.
He ran into the ferry. They were blowing their horn on him and everything, and he just bumped right into it.
All right, let me ask you a question, because I never understood this. One morning, I took the Victoria Clipper, and it was boat was probably 7:30 a.m. launch. It was so foggy, you could not see anything. So how can they tell what's out there and the route, and like if there's like a little dinghy out there or anything like? So you're telling me that they have the technology to know where every single thing is out there?
Yes, they do. Yes, they do. And that ferry that runs from Point Defiance to Vashon, a lot of times it'll get so fogged in that you can't see 10 feet in front of you. But what they do is they slow way down, but they do have the radar technology to tell who's it. They can see if a rowboat is in front of them.
Okay. Yeah. Because I always wondered, like,
radar, man.
We were on that boat, and I was like, how do they know? Like, what if like, I don't know, it's just like a kayak out there? Or something like that.
Don't know.
Yeah. I don't know.
Now, what's the craziest thing you've seen on the water other than everything you just told us?
I could list 100 things. The craziest thing that happened to me personally was I was up in Alaska fishing with my dad, and we were trying to catch king salmon, and it was slow. And we heard that there were some coho, which are silver salmon, out in 6 miles out. So we went to run out there and check it out. We were in a 18-foot runabout. And the worst nightmare for a boater is running into a deadhead. Now, a deadhead is a submerged log that's just below the surface that you cannot see.
All
It's
right.
it's been in the water for a long time. It's waterlogged. Every once in a while, it'll bob up. But we hit that thing, and that boat literally flipped end over end in the water.
Oh.
And both my dad and I ended up in the water, and 6 miles out. And my dad was rather large. He was having a hard time staying afloat with his life vest. And so I took my life vest off and handed it to him. And I told him to put his head back, put his palms up so that he's looking up at the sky. And then he was able to stay afloat that way. And then I swam about 20 feet away from him, and I can tread water for hours. But anyway, so I swam away from him so that in case I started to go under, I wouldn't panic and grab him. And about 10 minutes later, we saw a small Zodiac. And so which is a small inflatable boat.
Yeah.
So we started yelling, and that boat came out to us, and then they called the Canadian Coast Guard, and the Canadian Coast Guard came out and picked us up.
And that boat was totaled, right?
Pardon me?
That boat was totaled?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it was sunk. Yeah, it hit that deadhead, and like I said, it went ass end over tea kettle, and then boom. And the thing is, when it flipped and went into the water, it knocked me unconscious. So I woke up as soon as I hit the water, and it's like, what the hell's going on?
Unlike your drunk friend who,
Yeah.
Wow. That's crazy.
Wow.
That is wild. What happened when you were on the water? 206-803-ROCK.
Europe is just a few stripes away. There's still time to secure your summer travel with great fares. Fly nonstop with Condor Airlines to Frankfurt and connect to the best destinations across Europe. Book today at condor.com. That's condor.com.
Ride the current of growing your savings with Seattle Credit Union. A high-yield savings account helps your money work as hard as you do, with higher balances unlocking better interest rates. Also, you can skip the monthly fee by keeping a $1,000 minimum. Go to seattlecu.com to learn more. Effective August 3rd, 2026. Interest compounded uncredited monthly. Transfer and withdrawal limitations apply. Daily balance determines interest. New money must not have been on deposit with the credit union during the prior 30 days. Additional terms apply.
3 rows, electric, room for plants. Always forward with Kia.
It started as brunch in Ballard. Then somebody says, let's take the ferry. And suddenly I've got 6 people, 1 wet dog, an aggressively large houseplant, and a kid already asking if we can get ice cream when we get to Bainbridge. My Kia EV9 seats up to 7, has the range for days like this, and gives us the space to say yes when brunch accidentally becomes a whole side quest.
Kia has a vehicle built for the way your life actually moves. Find your way forward at kia.com. Kia, movement that inspires.
Steady growth starts here. At Seattle Credit Union, certificates of deposit let you lock in a great rate and watch your savings flourish. Right now, earn 4.05% APY on our featured 11-month certificate of deposit. It's a simple, dependable way to grow your savings. Seattle Credit Union. Stability, growth, and peace of mind. APY effective July 22nd, 2026 and subject to change. Minimum $1,000 deposit required. Early withdrawal penalties may apply. New money required. Visit seattlecu.com for complete details.
An old gym membership you forgot you even had, you're not going to use. Now a Pinky's Plumbing membership? Now you're speaking my language. Hey, it's Captain Ron. With the Pinky's Plumbing Gold membership, you're going to get free inspections, along with discounted pricing, and the best part, totally free to join. So the next time the neighbor kid tries to flush a grilled weenie down the toilet, let Pinky save the day 24 hours a day. Pinky'sPlumbing.com.
When your plumbing backs up and things get stinky, call Pinky's.
Now boarding flight 532.
Low energy, unfocused, foggy? You might be dehydrated. 81% of travelers don't feel fully hydrated, and flying increases the risks of dehydration. Gatorade Zero powders have been scientifically designed to help improve hydration balance in the body. Clinically proven electrolyte blend and no artificial colors or flavors. Shop now online or at retailers nationwide. Gatorade. Hydrates better than water. Is it in you? Symptoms noted are signs of mild to moderate dehydration. Consult a healthcare professional if symptoms persist.
I scream. You scream. We all scream. Because Wendy's famous small classic Frosty is just $1 for a limited time. More screaming, happy screaming, summer screaming, dollar small classic Frosty screaming! But please don't scream in the drive-thru. It hurts the employees' ears. Get a $1 small classic Frosty for a limited time, only at Wendy's.
U.S. price and participation may vary. A la carte only. Not valid for delivery. Limit 10 per transaction. Price may be higher in Alaska and Hawaii.
When it comes to my policy, Farmers gives it to me straight, so there's no surprises.
It's your coverage. You should never be confused.
You hear that? An insurance provider with a conscience.
We're a choir, but yes, we have that too.
Straightforward coverage you can literally understand. That's what you get when
you have Farmers. Bum, ba, bum, 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 bum.
Learn more at farmers.com. Underwritten by Farmers Truck or Fire Insurance Exchanges or Affiliate. Products not available in every state.
99.9 KISW. The shenanigans continue. This is the men's room with Miles and Thrill.
Alaskan family went from sleeping at anchor to swimming for shore after a humpback whale slammed into their sailboat in Glacier Bay. I bet that was freezing cold.
Oh, yeah.
Wildlife biologist Tanya Lewis told KTUU that she and her husband and their 23-year-old son, they were aboard when they heard a giant thud at about 11:30 at night. And the 1960s-era boat began sinking and sinking fast. But the three were able to make it about 130 yards to shore in the dark, where they made a fire until rescuers arrived the next morning. The family did say they had seen a humpback in the area earlier and guessed it was the culprit. The clincher came when they found a small section of rubbery skin on the recovered boat. Biologists had confirmed it came from a humpback. Lewis said the whale was likely chasing fish near the keel of the boat. The boat is being repaired, and biologists say the whale was likely not seriously injured.
The whale, meanwhile, told his friends, like, man, everyone's going to think I'm chasing fish. I'm going to sink
Do you
this
think
fish.
he feels guilty when he sees that thing going down? Like, man.
I think it's
I
like
just sunk that
roadkill.
family's boat.
I think you think about it for a second, then you're like, my bad.
No,
man.
they're smart.
Humpbacks are so big. I think to him, that's like stepping on a Lego.
No, I think they're smarter than that. I think he went, man, that's a bummer. I shouldn't have done that.
I mean, do you feel bad when you step on an ant?
Nope.
Not really.
I don't think the humpback cares.
That's really I live in the water, bro.
I'm shocked it doesn't happen more often.
Yeah, to be honest with you. Seriously.
With the way they breach.
What happened when you were on the water? 206-803-ROCK.
Hello, Antonio. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola! That's my birthday today.
Oh, good for
Happy
you.
birthday, Antonio.
Yeah. Anyways, I almost drowned twice. Which one do you want to hear first?
How about the first time?
All right. So I was floating down on the Yakima River, and I hopped on this like inflatable unicorn like floaty thing, and I forgot to like not inflate the middle part so I could sit on it. Anyways, we forgot to tie my floaty together into the raft that we made, and so I ended up floating off towards the logs and the trees on the side of the river, and I got stuck, and I almost got swept under.
How long were you stuck out there?
I was probably stuck out there for a good 10, 15 minutes trying to get out.
And is it more humiliating when you're on an inflatable unicorn? I mean, just...
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah.
It was funny. I was yelling at other people, like, hey, can you, like, paddle towards me to try to, like, pull me out with a rope or something? So I ended up having to, like, jump, and I tried to jump far enough out, and it worked. I got swept out of out from the area that I was stuck in, but I almost fell off that twice and trying to do that.
What was the second time?
The second time I was rafting the Wenatchee, and we instead of pulling out and going to around the dam there, we went over it, and I got bounced out of the boat, and the boat ended up on top of me.
How long were you stuck under the thing?
I was probably stuck under the thing for probably about half a minute. It was freezing cold water, and I let go of my paddle. Found it later. Let go of my paddle, covered my head, and waited for the boat to pass over me. Popped up, and they all screamed, grab him, and hopped back in the boat, grabbed my paddle probably about 100 yards down.
Are you a strong swimmer?
I am. I used to be a lifeguard.
I was going to say,
all right, okay.
I'm guessing he is, based on the descriptions.
You
of these
seem to
things.
have some confidence level of that whatever happens, you're going to be okay.
By the way, rafting the Wenatchee sounds like a sex move. Yeah, man, went rafting the Wenatchee last night, brother.
Dude, I've tubed the Wenatchee before, and the wind was so strong it like stopped us.
You just stopped and the water's running under you, but your boat won't.
Like, 'cause, I mean, you're in that valley, and like,
oh yeah.
I mean, that wind came whipping through. The only time I almost drowned was in Deep Creek Lake. Right, we're hanging out on a pontoon boat, and granted, we're teenagers. And another buddy, one of Bernie's buddies, right? He was a football guy, and I'm just standing there, and he just form tackled me into the water. But I didn't see him coming, right?
All right.
So it kind of took my breath away. So then I'm in the water.
Uh-oh.
And as I pop up, somebody kind of joking around, like, popped me back down.
That is hilarious.
Correct. And when I came up that time, like, just the sound of the breath I took, everybody's like, oh, man, like, are you okay? And I was like,
No,
I'm
not.
Right. I was like,
by the way, it's called Deep Creek for a reason. That is a deep lake.
I couldn't breathe when I first came up. So when he popped me back down, I mean, I barely was like,
it's not Chelan deep. It's deep, though. And that lake is deep.
Yeah.
It is. And, like, I'm a good swimmer, but I was just like...
But if you don't have breath, it doesn't matter.
Right. And to, you know, Danny's credit, it was a good tackle. When he tackled me into that water, I mean, it took all my breath.
What happened when you were on the water? 206-803-ROCK.
Hello, Maryland. Welcome to the men's room.
Liquor and whores!
Liquor and whores!
So when I was a teenager, I fell asleep on an air mattress in the Columbia River. And I was woken up by the Coast Guard, letting me know I had floated into the hydroplane laying races for the races. And if I didn't get my booty out of there, I would be arrested.
Now, how do you get out of there?
Did you float into Tri-Cities?
Yeah, I was at the Tri-City races as a teenager. I was there.
But you said you're just in a raft, right?
No, I was on an air mattress.
So how? So they say you need to get out of there. You go, cool. How do I do that? It's an air mattress. I mean, did you have a paddle? Did they drag you out or what?
No, I just paddled with my arms and just paddled as quickly as I could.
So, no, wait, let me ask you.
Back to shore.
Were you just floating in the water and it was calm and then the current picked up?
The Columbia where they have their is actually kind of a big lake right there, so it's not as hard of a current as it is in a lot of the other part of that river.
Okay.
So I just assumed, I just drifted down and out from where I had started. And I wasn't asleep that long because I didn't end up with a burn or anything.
So what were you drinking?
I was a teenager. I was not drinking anything.
So you just fell asleep?
Well, it is an air mattress. I mean, built for comfort.
Yeah. Coleman, probably.
They should even say, like, our mattresses are so comfortable, she dozed off and almost died getting hit by a hydroplane. I just can't believe they didn't offer you any assistance. I mean, I'm
like, seriously, they could have picked you up and picked up the...
Right, you're not going to out-paddle a hydroplane, that's all.
No, they were just clearing the lane so they could have the next race.
So, how did you get home?
I just paddled back to shore and then walked back to my friends.
All right. That is definitely different.
Were they wondering where you would been, or were there just kind of no questions asked?
Oh, no.
Okay, now we're at the drive.
It's like Huck Finn without the racism.
Mm-hmm.
What happened when you were on the water? 206-803-ROCK.
She never said she wasn't racist. She could have been perfectly racist. Marilyn might be the worst person in the world, dude. We don't know.
It's like Huck Finn without the racism. Yeah. That's like, I know some people that never get on the boat.
They got all the racism.
They're like Huck Finn without the river.
I'll start using that line.
I mean, it's not bad.
Oh, you're like Huck Finn, but not on the water. Okay, cool.
Right, I wonder if they'd understand it. It's a very nice way to tell somebody they're racist.
Probably not.
Right? Oh, yeah, you're like Huck Finn without the river.
There's generally not a lot of well-read racists. Those two things tend to be very different.
There's one book they like.
Right, there's one. Hello, Jay. Welcome to the men's room.
Hey, hola.
Hola.
Yeah, I'm about to fish in about 20 minutes, so I want to get this in. Called you before. You guys are awesome.
Thank you.
So the Orcas Island, we stayed at a cabin with some friends, and we have this little tiny boat, probably a 14, 15-footer, and my dad and I took it out about 2 miles west to try to get some lean cod. If you guys know, you get jig worm and stuff like that.
Yeah, delicious.
And so we were fishing. Nothing was getting caught at all and stuff like that. And so a seal popped up right behind our little tiny boat and started barking at us. And so my dad took his rod and smacked it in the head.
Oh, Jesus, man.
Yeah. And so he's like, get away from me. Like, he's just barking at us. And so so that was just one thing after another. And then he bought a new 357 Magnum short snub nose, and he never shot it before. So, after not catching any fish for a little bit, he said, let's just take this gun out, make sure there's nobody on the horizon, and let's try it out, and let's shoot it. So we're loading the gun up and making sure we're being safe and, polite and stuff like that. And all of a sudden, when my dad was loading the gun, we heard this huge growl. It sounded like Jurassic Park, the T-Rex. It was just, and it was a sea lion, and it was about 200 feet away. And it looked at our boat and started charging. And the sea lion was twice the size of our boat almost. I mean, they're like slug bugs.
They're huge.
Yeah. And so it rushed at our boat, and I said, Dad, don't shoot it. But he held the gun right to its face. And then when it got about 10 feet away, he pulled the gun up about 2 feet, shot it, and it shot above it and splashed the water everywhere. And if it wasn't for that gun, we would have probably been capsized with a sea lion 2 miles out from anywhere else. And I don't know if I could tell that story.
Damn. You wouldn't have. You would not be telling the story.
Maybe the seal was trying to worry about the sea lion out there.
You think?
Yeah, sea lions, you don't mess with sea lions. Or don't mess with killer whales.
No.
There's a reason why they call them killer whales.
No.
I've seen some horrible things killer whales do to different animals.
All right, so that brings me back to the question. Because I said there's always the quote-unquote cute videos that they show on the news, and the seal jumps on somebody's teeny tiny boat, and then there's the orca who keeps popping out just to eye it. Like, I know where you're at, bro.
Yep.
Do you throw that thing overboard?
No. Seals are kind, sea lions. But to give you another story, I used to live on a beach house, which I'm going to go fish at in about 10 minutes, and the orcas came in, the killer whales came in and grabbed a seal and pulled off part of its fins. This is kind of probably graphic. And the adults swam in a circle, and they had 2 calves, baby orca whales, and they released the seal, and then the babies would chase it after and bring it back up. And they did that over and over and over and over, and eventually they wanted lunch, and the water went red.
Yeah, I mean, but that's the whole thing. Teaching your kids how to
teaching the kids, how to ride the bike.
And that's the downside of nature, man. We love it, but you go like, right. The thing about, and you just did safari. You hear about killer whales and how they teach the young to hunt. Dolphins too, right? Kind of the same thing. It's like, look, nature is what it is, but man, one thing it definitely is, it is vicious.
Yes. There's a couple places on the Oregon coast. I drove the entire way down. You can stop, and there's sea lions. Mm-hmm. And they just overtake the dock.
Yeah,
they overtake everything. Like,
They're massive.
Even if you wanted to go out on your boat some days, you would have to go like, look, I can't get out there, man.
No.
There's like 3 sea lions, between me and the vessel.
And they're in a bad mood all the time. Do you remember the video, I want to say it was in San Francisco. I believe it was.
The guy just got up on the boat, almost just tanked the whole back end of it.
No, this was, the sea lions were in the water. And so there's a balcony, and a bunch of tourists are there, and there's one little girl.
Oh, they're like on the dock.
No, they weren't on the dock. They were in the water. Okay, so you know where they are in San Francisco, on the dock. No one, I can't say no one. Most people are smart enough not to just walk up there and mess with them. They're in the water. You're on an elevated platform with a railing looking over at them. And the sea lion came up, and I think maybe she was wearing a camera. She had something around her neck, but the sea lion jumped up, grabbed it, pulled her ass over directly into the water. And I'm assuming it's her dad. You can see this guy jumping after her. The sea lion let go. He pulled it back, but I thought, okay, mental note.
Yes.
Even if they're in the water and you're looking over at them, don't. That's all I needed to see.
Well, there's that one beach down in California. I don't know if it's there in like Monterey Bay or whatever. But people go down there and the sea lions get pissed.
Yes.
And they'll come up on that beach and just chase them off.
And they're a little bit faster than you think they should be.
What happened when you were on the water? 206-803-ROCK.
They're quick.
Quick, not fast.
Yeah,
right?
they're like a lineman.
Yes, I know. You were quick, not fast. I'm just saying it for you. Hello, Fred. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola.
Hola.
So, story about, I was about 14 years old, so this is a long freaking time ago. We were sailboat racing on Commencement Bay, and it was just my dad and I, so we didn't really have enough folks to do a crew. So we picked up this guy off the dock to help crew the boat. And we got out there, and the wind was just nothing happening. And we're kind of ghosting along, and all of a sudden the wind picks up, and we're running downwind with this stuff. And if anybody knows about sailing, when we're running downwind, if you get the boat too high, you're going to jibe, and the mainsail is going to come across. Well, the mainsail is attached to this big metal thing called a boom.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm on the boat, and this boom swings across, cracks me upside the head, and I go up against the lifelines, and I look down in the water, and I see one of my favorite hats. It was white, and I see it in the water. I'm like, son of a... And it's red now. I'm like, what? Something's wrong. So I reach up, and there's all kinds of juices flowing out my head. And I grab a sweater, and I throw it on top of my head. I said, Dad, and he says, get down below. So I go down below. Well, the wind's picked up, so we're on a 25-foot boat. And the quickest way to get back across Commencement Bay is to sail, because we just got a little outboard motor. So we got to sail across the bay. And we were actually in first place at that point in time. And everybody was kind of like, well, that's kind of weird. What's going on? We got over to the other side, got back, the boat put away, and got in the car and then raced over to the hospital. Got to the hospital, and funny enough, the ER nurse was a family friend. And so we're in there, and they're kind of cleaning it up and trying to figure what's going on. And one of the weirdest things I've ever had happen is when they're cleaning the wound and actually scratch on your skull with one of those metal cleaning things.
Yeah.
Yeah. To this day, it still makes things disappear up inside my body when I say that. So.
Well, now you know why they call it a boom.
Yeah.
They call it a boom because, it done did boom me. So
was there even enough room on the sailboat to duck underneath it?
If it would have been slower, I could have.
Okay.
But it was one of those accidental things where the wind grabbed it and threw it across, and nobody was expecting it to happen. And they could have got by with 13 stitches, but they put 14 in there just for bad luck sort of sake. And back in the day, they didn't, I had hair then. I don't anymore, which is just fine by me. But so they had to put the gauze and wrap it up. And you remember the old-time movies where they show the guy that came from the dentist, and he's got the gauze wrapped around his head one way and around the head the other way? That's what I looked like for 2 days.
Oh, yeah. Like around the head and kind of like at the angle.
Yep, it comes down around my jaw and up around the forehead, and, it's just... my parents still got pictures, and they bring them out whenever I make them mad, so...
Oh, damn. Okay.
That's fair.
Yeah. You still spend time on boats?
You know what? That's I really don't have time anymore, unfortunately. My parents' boat, they got rid of that, and I was back in South Dakota for like 35 years, and there ain't a whole lot of places to sail back there.
Yeah, I bet there's not.
Not so much.
Yeah. That's not a big sailing community.
No.
Let's go.
Great sushi.
I'm sure there's rivers, so you probably have like those kind of boats.
I'm sure you got those boats. Right, sailing.
They don't even have a river, do they?
There's got to be a river. The only state that doesn't have...
They got like a creek, I think.
I'm sure.
I could be wrong. Like it could be the mouth of the Mississippi or the tributary of the Mississippi.
Generally, most cities have some type of water source.
But states or cities?
Cities. You know what I mean? Like when I went to Austin, I know that's in the middle of Texas. I was shocked there's like a river that goes right through it. And then I was like, oh, that makes more sense.
Does Vegas have a river nearby, or is it just diverted from...
No.
North Dakota has over 54,000 miles of rivers.
Yeah.
Like he was in South Dakota. Look at South Dakota.
Missouri River. Wow.
Yeah.
Goes all the way to the Gulf of Mexico. Yeah, they got a lot.
I think Vegas diverts all their water from the Colorado.
Because I don't think they built it near an actual water source. If I'm correct about this. But you're right. That's weird.
Right, because back in the day when you're starting a lot of this stuff, there's no way to get anywhere.
Right.
Besides waterways.
Why do you think they stopped in Vegas, right? You are surrounded by desert. There's no obvious water source. And said, you know what, man? Let's plant a flag here.
Oh, because you could gamble.
But you still had to establish it.
Well, there's always going to be people that live in the outskirts and live in the middle.
Sure.
And don't mind that stuff,
I guess.
It's also a joint project with the government in the relocation program that they were doing at the time.
Oh, is that what it was?
Yeah.
Okay. Explains it all.
Yeah, we just wanted to put people in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
So no one would find them. Because you're not going to go there if you don't know that it really exists.
Right, and you got to imagine somewhere out there was still, I don't know if there was something, right? Maybe.
Something.
Right, so I'm just going off the movie Bugsy. They're just there, and they were like, you could gamble here? Let's build a giant hotel.
I get that part, yeah.
What happened when you were on the water? 206-803-ROCK.
Now boarding flight 532.
Low energy, unfocused, foggy? You might be dehydrated. 81% of travelers don't feel fully hydrated, and flying increases the risks of dehydration. Gatorade Zero powders have been scientifically designed to help improve hydration balance in the body. Clinically proven electrolyte blend and no artificial colors or flavors. Shop now online or at retailers nationwide. Gatorade hydrates better than water. Is it in you? Symptoms noted are signs of mild to moderate dehydration. Consult a healthcare professional if symptoms persist.
I scream. You scream. We all scream. Because Wendy's famous small classic Frosty is just $1 for a limited time. More screaming, happy screaming, summer screaming, dollar small classic Frosty screaming! But please don't scream in the drive-thru. It hurts the employees' ears. Get a $1 small classic Frosty for a limited time, only at Wendy's.
U.S. price and participation may vary. A la carte only. Not valid for delivery. Limit 10 per transaction. Price may be higher in Alaska and Hawaii.
At Farmers, our honesty is contagious.
Wait, am I going to catch honesty?
Well, when you're with Farmers, it's kind of inevitable.
Well, how long does it take to... I lied to you when you asked if I knew what a deductible was. I don't know my dad's birthday, and I thought umbrella policies were for rainstorms. Actual rainstorms. I have it, don't I?
You don't just have honesty.
You have Farmers. Bum, ba, bum, 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 bum.
Learn more at farmers.com. Underwritten by Farmers Truck or Fire Insurance Exchanges or affiliate. Products not available in every state.
Las Vegas was built for stars. And on August 22nd, two of boxing's biggest take center stage. Rolly Romero never follows the script.
This is my game.
Teofimo Lopez has never needed one.
This guy's got a big mouth.
For years, they've had plenty to say.
All you do is talk.
But with world championship gold on the line, can they back it?
Teo, I'm here. I'm going all in.
It's time to put up or shut up. Rolly Romero versus Teofimo Lopez. August 22nd.
I'll shut you up.
Watch on DAZN and DAZN on Prime Video.
Always live on the free Odyssey app. From the Pinky's Plumbing Studio, you're in the men's room. Text the guys at 206-803-ROCK.
Outing on the Florida Silver River just south of Gainesville turned a boater into a lifesaver after a woman was attacked by an alligator. State Fish and Wildlife Conservation Commission officials say the woman was swimming with a group on Saturday when an alligator approached her. According to Fox 35, she tried to fend it off with a paddle, but it latched onto her right arm and dragged her down under. Boater John Gamanchi says he heard screams and could see the alligator in the clear water a couple hundred feet away. Now, by the time that he arrived, the animal had let go of the woman, but she had suffered a terrible injury, kind of bones poking out, blood everywhere. So he used a rope as a tourniquet, loaded the group onto his boat, and rushed to shore. The woman, believe it or not, is okay, and she is now recovering at home.
Okay. I think they're kind of loose with that word.
Don't swim in a freshwater lake in Florida, period.
Again, it's Florida, man. Like we said, everyone in Florida has a pool. Even then, there might be a gator in it, but you'll see it. But use that, because when you go into any natural water source, it can be a canal, it can be a lake, you can be on the beach. It's not good.
You know, people say Seattle, South, or San Francisco, the weather can be 4 or 5 different things in one day.
Yeah.
All right, that's Florida. If there's water, there's an alligator. That's what they say down there.
And Miles will attest, I don't know how the rest of Florida is, but in Central Florida, everybody's pools have giant nets and everything around.
And it doesn't always stop them. Sometimes they just get in. They'll climb. If there's a hole, they'll climb through it.
Yeah.
The alligator, by the way, was 9 feet, 8 inches. The Silver River has now since reopened to visitors and swimming.
Okay. Still not going, dude.
Growing up my whole life in Florida, I've never had summer with so many alligator attacks in Florida, according to a tour guide, which notes there have been 4 already this year in Central Florida.
Okay.
Just this summer.
Yeah.
So our question, what happened when you were on the water? 206-803-ROCK.
Does that mean Florida football's going to be good? Are the Gators back?
Maybe that's what it is, man. They're letting you know. They're seeding the water. We're back.
Go bite some people. Get them fired up for the season.
You think Gators like Gatorade? Think it gives them wings like Red Bull does?
Well, to them, it's just aid.
Yeah, it's just aid. Hello, Tim. Welcome to the men's room.
Hi, guys.
Hola.
And hey, so I'm just out watering my cherry blossoms, listening to my favorite radio station. So I really appreciate all you guys do.
Do tourists flock to your yard to look at the cherry blossoms like they do in D.C.?
Well, I'm optimistic. I got 500 cherry blossoms I imported from D.C. on 322 acres on my mountain, and so I think give me 7 more years, and I think it's going to look pretty cool.
Wow.
Jesus,
all right,
man.
hang on. I got a couple questions. A, how did you import them from, the National Mall?
So I have friends over at the National Arboretum. And
Okay.
so they grow a ton of spare ones for replacing the ones out there. And So I just, whenever I'm on business trips, I'll pick up maybe like 50 of them. And you have to package them nicely because when you're flying at commercial, it's going to get super cold outside. And so anyway, it's just a stupid hobby of mine.
Wow.
That's very cool.
I mean, yeah, it sounds like it's going to be.
Yeah, I thought you had like 80 of them or something.
But do they produce cherries?
No, they're just cherry blossoms. And I have it, and there's like 12 types I got. So as you start at the bottom of the mountain, they're going to be like dark pink. And then by the time you get to the top, they'll be the Yoshinos and the Higons, which are white. So anyway, I'm optimistic, but if we get a forest fire, oof, that could just wipe out everything.
Well, yeah.
Well, where do you live?
It's just at Aquaman Mountain. It's just outside of Black Diamond.
Okay.
All right.
Don't know much about the area, but I bet it looks spectacular when they're blooming.
That's pretty damn cool, man. Yeah. All right.
Yeah. So in a former profession, I was a Navy pilot. So my call sign was Aquaman. And I was a P-3 pilot, which is a surveillance plane and a submarine killer. And so we were out on a deployment one time in the Mideast. And the boat guys, they always lose their mind whenever we don't know where the Iranian Kilo class submarines are. So they only got 3 of these little subs, and super easy to identify because they have like a big donut on the front and a donut on the back. So it's an easy sub to kill. And so anyway, it's always funny to us, like listening to the boat guys freaking out whenever one's out because they're not very proficient submarines. And so we get tasked to go look for one, but we're like, nah, we're not going to look. We got training to do. And so we go out to the NAG, the North Arabian Gulf. And so what our guys in the back did is in the software, they put in a fake submarine, and we're going to have our sensor guys like basically tracking something that's not there. It's in the software. But for the pilots up front, we still dip down and drop our sonobuoys, and it's kind of a boring flight for us. And so we drop down and we're starting to drop our sonobuoy grid. And I look out to the side and I see a feather, which is a term for when a snorkel or a periscope starts to hit the surface and it makes a little feather in the water. And I'm like, whoa, feather off the side. And I turn and I'm like, oh, MF, like that's a Kilo class that we've been looking for. And it's like right in the middle of our grid. Like, I mean, it was just pure accident. and so we call back. We're like, hey, tube flight, we have a visual on the Kilo. And the instructor's like, no, you don't. Like, I haven't introduced the software yet. And we're like, no, come on up front. And so we get down really low, 500 feet off the deck, and we're circling these guys. And by now, they got about 15 kids. And I say kids because they're like 18 to 19 years old, crammed in the conning tower, which is basically the size of, I don't know, your car's passenger compartment. And they're all smoking. They're all trying to light up their cigarettes. And so it was really fun for us just to see a bunch of kids. And they're all waving at us and we're waving at them. And I don't know, it was a cool break in our day. And then we get back and the boat guys are like, oh, thank God for the P3 guys. They found the other Kilo. And we're like, dude, if you just wait till Thursday night, they always come back into port because they're afraid they're going to miss their weekend. And
hey, by the way,
that's kind of funny.
Yeah. Tim, so you said the North Arabian Gulf is known as the NAG. And all I can think is if there's a North Indian Gulf, just call it the North Indian Gulf.
Oh, yeah. Oh, God.
Yeah. Starting it out there, man. You know.
North Iranian Gulf.
Right, that's my first thought. Like,
North Iraqi Gulf.
Do you use that for everything? Yeah.
I had a funny story. I did. So I worked with another organization on MLK Day. Suddenly, all my black operators thought it would be funny to use the N-word between each other, with everyone. I'm like, you guys need to stop this. You know NSA records everything we do on the air. and so, yeah. Anyway, that worked.
That's the one time I've been called black. And what's the problem?
Yeah.
What's the problem, NSA?
Right. I mean,
you
that's
can tell
the
me
issue. Yeah.
That's when NSA. Hey, where's our black guy? You need to talk to him.
What?
Like sitting there like, yeah, all right, yeah.
What happened when you were on the water? 206-803 Rock.
You should negotiate a deal like I'm only working this day.
Yeah. Dude, I told you when we were working for CBS Radio, I'm part time. and Christmas was coming up, was the thing. And so the schedule came out. All the full-timers were taking off. Some of the more advanced part-time guys are getting time off. I'm like, man, I got to work this whole week. They're like, sorry, bro, low man on the totem pole. And I got it. And it wasn't really the end of the world because you're getting paid time and a half. But jokingly, I said, man, I don't even get off for Kwanzaa. And when I say this, the two bosses that are talking to me at the time, like there's dead silence. You see them look at each other, and they're like, hang on. And they disappear for like 10, 20 minutes. They come back, and they're like, dude, we got you the week off. It'll be with pay. Seriously. And I'm like, yeah. I did not tell them, guys, I was joking. I don't care. I'm like, I'm taking a week off. So our former coworker Chip was there. Hey, man, what's that about? I got put back on the schedule. It's Kwanzaa, brother. Like, look, CBS Radio, they are corporate.
He could have, technically, he could have asked for Passover off.
Yes.
That's all he had to do.
We got the same week, man.
He could have.
Say something.
Yeah.
Hey, I worked 12 hours on Christmas Day.
Yeah, my bad.
The Catholic excuse didn't work.
Doesn't matter.
I ran a
Jesus
Jewish talk
doesn't
show
count.
for 12 hours on Christmas Day.
That was the big day from Tove's Pizza.
From Tove's Pizza.
What happened when you were on the water? 206-803-ROCK.
We've all been there.
Right.
Hello, Warren. Welcome to the men's room.
Hey, aloha.
Aloha.
Hey, so I got a pretty spectacular one.
Avoiding your unfinished home projects because you're not sure where to start? Thumbtack knows homes, so you don't have to. Don't know the difference between matte paint finish and satin? Or what that clunking sound from your dryer is? With Thumbtack, you don't have to be a home pro. You just have to hire one. You can hire top-rated pros, see price estimates, and read reviews, all on the app. Download today.
Low energy, unfocused, foggy? You might be dehydrated. Keep your family's dehydration levels in check with Gatorade Lower Sugar. Get this, it has 75% less sugar than regular Gatorade and no artificial flavors, colors, or sweeteners. Shop now at retailers nationwide. Gatorade, hydrates better than water. Is it in you? Symptoms noted are signs of mild to moderate dehydration. Consult a healthcare professional if symptoms persist.
I scream. You scream. We all scream. Because Wendy's famous small classic Frosty is just $1 for a limited time. More screaming, happy screaming, summer screaming, dollar small classic Frosty screaming! But please don't scream in the drive-thru. It hurts the employees' ears. Get a $1 small classic Frosty for a limited time, only at Wendy's.
U.S. price and participation may vary. A la carte only. Not valid for delivery. Limit 10 per transaction. Price may be higher in Alaska and Hawaii.
At Farmers, our honesty is contagious.
Wait, am I going to catch honesty?
Well, when you're with farmers, it's kind of inevitable.
Well, how long does it take to... I lied to you when you asked if I knew what a deductible was. I don't know my dad's birthday, and I thought umbrella policies were for rainstorms. Actual rainstorms. I have it, don't I?
You don't just have honesty.
You have Farmers. Bum, ba, bum, 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 bum.
Learn more at farmers.com. Underwritten by Farmers Truck or Fire Insurance Exchanges or Affiliate. Products not available in every state.
Las Vegas was built for stars. And on August 22nd, two of boxing's biggest take center stage. Rolly Romero never follows the script.
This is my game.
Teofimo Lopez has never needed one.
This guy's got a big mouth.
For years, they've had plenty to say.
All you do is talk.
But with world championship gold on the line, can they back it?
Teo, I'm here. I'm going all in.
It's time to put up or shut up. Rolly Romero versus Teofimo Lopez. August 22nd.
I'll shut you up.
Watch on DAZN and DAZN on Prime Video.
My buddy bought a Russian hydrofoil up in Canada. It was 30-footer, and it had 100-horse diesel in it. And so he had a 250-horse Merc Cruiser put in it. And we took it out for its maiden voyage, and we went from over 100 miles an hour. We're in excess of 100 miles an hour. I mean, we went from Shill Shoal to Agate Pass in 5 minutes.
That thing just kind of sits on top of the water, doesn't it?
It's just got, the fins under the boat are, and the outdrive's the only thing in the water.
Huh. Right. That's awesome.
It's an actual real hydrofoil that was built in a MiG jet factory.
He bought this thing.
Yeah, he bought this thing. And
can I ask why? Is he going to operate a
crazy.
ferry service? I mean, what would you use that thing for?
He's crazy. And he put 35 grand into it to put this new motor in it and do the whole interior and everything. And we came across and went down under the bridge, went down in front of Paulsbo, and he turned the boat around and punched it. And I just saw the tack get buried. And we were going like over 100, man, faster than a hydroplane. and all of a sudden he sees something, hits the steering wheel just a little bit, and we two, luckily, we didn't have our seatbelts on, and we went flying out of the boat. And the boat cartwheeled long ways 3 times, and so eventually, but
that was the end of the boat, right?
No, this fireman came and picked us up, and he called the medics, and the medics came over, and they were working on my buddy, but I only had a cut on my leg, and they were working on him. He called this diving crew, and they went out and sacked the boat. First off, when we were treading water, he says, "Don't worry, it's got an airtight compartment. Can't sink."
Mm-hmm.
And then we watched it sink. And anyway, he called these divers. They came and sacked the boat and lifted it up, and we towed it home at 7. We went out at 5 in the afternoon. We towed it home at 7 in the morning.
Jesus. Does he still have this thing?
He actually, it bended the boat up a little bit, so he had to have that fixed, put a new motor in it, and it's in Thailand right now.
Is it being used?
For the beaches.
Yeah, he's in Thailand using it right now.
He's using it in Thailand. Is he living on the thing?
Yeah, he lives in Thailand. No.
Did he?
It's an open cockpit boat.
Did he drive? Did he go across the Pacific Ocean in this thing, or did he have it shipped?
No. He shipped it there. He lives there now.
He sounds like a guy that would live in Thailand. I've never met him, and he sounds like that guy.
He owned Jim Dandy Sewer, and he was just nuts, man. I will never get on another hydrofoil with him ever.
Well, what are the chances? I mean,
go to Thailand.
Would you get on, right? Because he said with him. I was like, so you get on a hydrofoil, just not with him.
Well, it's like getting in the car.
I'll never
with
get on a
someone
hydrofoil with that guy again.
who drives 120 miles an hour, right? Versus the person who drives 60. I'll get in the car again, just not with you.
What happened when you were on the water? 206-803 Rock.
Yeah, and there's certain people I could say now that I don't mind driving with them, but in foreign countries, probably no.
Oh, after being on the other side of the road?
Yeah.
So did you guys rent a car in Ireland?
I did not. What?
Put it this way, did an American rent a car in Ireland and then
when I was on the road,
Castle.
When I was on the roads, the guy that was driving that car is fine because he's a gearhead.
Okay.
But another friend of mine who we all know, we basically got stuck in an alley. I mean, we had to tuck in the mirrors.
Is this who I'm thinking it is?
Yes.
Okay.
And
And
he has a very nice car. And I was like, because I was freaking out because we almost clipped the mirror on something else. And I go, hey. And he's like, "John, relax, this and that." And I'm like, "This isn't your car. It doesn't have sensors. Like, they never went off in those alleys."
You'd have been able to get out of it.
Yeah. He's just like, "No, there's sensors." I'm like, "No, there's not." And they're all like, and he's like, "Oh, you worry too much." I'm like, Jesus Christ.
I'm not paying for this. What happened when you were on the water? 206-803
I mean, I'm not kidding. I have never had that. Like, I don't know how we made it out of that alley.
Yeah, as soon as you said that, I'm like, I think I know who it is.
Yeah. This car basically is the spaceship. It drives itself.
Yes. Yeah. Hello, Colleen. Welcome to the men's room.
Hey.
Hola.
So, I was in Lake Nacimiento in California, and we were camping. All great. Kind of drinking some libations, getting a little, intoxicated. There were some cows across the way, and I thought it would be really cool to tip a cow. So I hopped in the water, started swimming across the lake, and apparently my friends realized that I was not doing well. I guess I was bobbing up and down. So they came out in a boat to get me. But, yeah, my whole goal was to go over and tip some cows.
You almost drowned trying to tip cows.
Yes, I did.
Wow. What do you do for a living?
Do you really want to know?
Yeah. I got to find out where your brain led you in life.
I am a special education teacher.
Okay.
All right. It's almost karmic.
Yes, it really
like,
is.
kids, I'm going to tell you a story of what not to do. No matter how good of an idea it seems, don't do this.
Did you? Yeah. And my impression is,
well, you put the special in
I was
education.
gonna say, my impression is nobody really tips cows. It's just what they tell us city folk.
No, they ain't. That's not true.
To me, it sounded like a great idea, and there were just two There were just two, and I thought we could do this. Like,
did anyone else try to join you in this endeavor?
No one was behind me on that. No one was behind me.
I'm saying it's a terrible thing to do. Don't ever do that. My buddy did that one time.
It's not a problem I'm going to have.
We were out picking shrooms. It was like 2:00 in the morning. It was a full moon. You could see everything. There's a cow there. He ran over and pushed the damn thing over. But you could hear all the ribs break.
Oh,
you got to remember that is not a good thing to do.
Well, yeah, you're pushing an animal over.
Yeah,
I don't
That's
think
what I'm
it's going
saying.
to
Like, they weigh over 1,000 pounds, man. You can't just-
Well, he pushed it over with no problem. I mean, that was the thing. Like Pat's a pretty strong dude. He walked up to that thing and threw it on its side. I was like, I cannot believe you just did that. I was like, pop, 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 pop. And I was like, oh man, you hear the cow?
Was it a baby? Right, there was something wrong with that cow.
Oh, it was probably mid-sized. It wasn't
All right.
full grown, but yeah.
All right. Hey, it seems like people are like, there's no way one dude can do it.
They don't sleep standing
Oh,
up.
he did it.
And
keep
they don't
keep in mind, we don't have flat farmland. You're on a mountain.
Oh, right.
So everything's
You're
at
already
an
at an
angle.
angle.
Yes, correct.
Bernie and I got close once. We were up in Pennsylvania.
Jesus Christ.
Right, we've been watching football, drinking Iron Cities all day. My buddy, right, he had to drop off his girlfriend. And I don't know why, but I remember him saying, you two stay in the car.
I know why he said that.
Right. And then when he comes out, we're like climbing into, he's like, what are you guys doing? And we're like, we're going to go see that cow. And he's like, get back in the car. But, right, you're right. Now I know why he said
That's
it.
exactly why he said it.
What happened when you were on the water? 206-803-ROCK.
I don't know why he said that. Then we got out of the car.
Like, instantly, it's like we forgot he even said anything. And it's like, holy cow, man, there's cows over there. Let's go.
Hello, JJ. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola.
Hola.
Just getting out of my truck here. Give me 1 second.
Sure.
So my two quick ones. My first near-death experience was before I even got in the water. I had been eyeing a brand new boat for months and went day drinking with my buddy and thought it'd be a good idea to go on a Saturday buy a new wake boat and forget to tell my wife.
Oh.
Always a good idea.
Yeah.
Everything about this is smart.
How much is the boat?
It was about $82K.
Oh, my God. And you did not tell your wife?
I hid it in my buddy's house for about 3.5 months.
But how did she not know?
How did you not know
$82,000
$8,000
Let's
gone?
not go there. She might be at. No. It's a little touchy.
Are you still together?
Obviously,
Oh, yeah,
they are.
yeah.
You are. And she
Yeah,
doesn't care that
I mean-
you dropped $82,000. Does she know how much it cost?
I embellished a little bit, and it had white interior. So she's like, I don't care if anyone drinks red wine, rubs Cheeto fingers on it, smokes in there, burns the interior. I'm like, okay, I get it. So it took like a summer to get her warmed up a bit.
Okay.
And we're out on Lake Union all day. Had my niece, nephew, and I finally got her to drive in, warmed up. Beautiful day. And so we go through the cut. She's like, can I drive it? I'm like, oh, yeah. Yes, killer. So I'm chilling. My niece and nephew are up in the bow. And we get out of the cut. It's like 3-foot rollers. It was a busy day. And she just hits the throttle full bore, and we're launching. And I'm kicked back in my seat, freaking out. I couldn't get up.
You didn't go to the concrete wall, did you?
Oh, no.
Okay.
No, but we caught air, and it hit so hard. My poor nephew went up, landed on the tower, knocked out, rolled into the water.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so we fished him out. He was actually pretty dazed. I mean, he was still knocked out when we got him to the boat, but we got him back, and yeah.
What kind of boat is this again?
It's a wake boat.
A wake?
24-foot
Wake
boat. Surf boat.
Okay, so I'm curious, when you knock your nephew out and have to fish his ass out of the water, how much of that story do you actually tell to his parents?
I didn't say a word. I let her do it.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, so it's her brother's kids or her sister's kids.
Oh, exactly.
Perfect.
Yeah.
All right.
I will say, though, I bet when it's Lake Union and this and that, I bet the wife likes the boat now.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, no, she loves it now. It was a little traumatic. But
It's not about liking the boat. It's that, hey, I didn't tell you I just spent $82,000.
Yeah, I don't know of a world where I could get $82,000 or if I had it in my account to move it someplace else and then that not be something that she'd be aware of.
Yeah, my wife would be aware very, very quickly.
What happened to our $82,000?
I'd get a text right now like, hey, we had $82,000 in the bank. Where is it and what did you buy?
You changed your phone. Still to come, Taryn Daly, Steve Makes from Daily Makes Morning Show. We're going to sit and spin today. We got 10 songs where a band actually name checks themselves. And we got your emails coming up next in the men's room at KISW.com.
Low energy, unfocused, foggy? You might be dehydrated. Whether it's hot yoga, over 100-degree weather, or too much sun. Gator Light, with a specialized blend of 5 electrolytes, was scientifically designed to help move fluids into the body faster for rapid rehydration. Shop now at retailers nationwide. Gator Light hydrates faster than water. Is it in you? Symptoms noted are signs of mild to moderate dehydration. Consult a healthcare professional if symptoms persist.
I scream. You scream. We all scream. Because Wendy's famous small classic Frosty is just $1 for a limited time. More screaming, happy screaming, summer screaming, dollar small classic Frosty screaming! But please don't scream in the drive-thru. It hurts the employees' ears. Get a $1 small classic Frosty for a limited time, only at Wendy's.
U.S. price and participation may vary. A la carte only. Not valid for delivery. Limit 10 per transaction. Price may be higher in Alaska and Hawaii.
Las Vegas was built for stars. And on August 22nd, two of boxing's biggest take center stage. Rolly Romero never follows the script.
This is my game.
Teofimo Lopez has never needed one.
This guy's got a big mouth.
For years, they've had plenty to say.
All you do is talk.
But with world championship gold on the line, can they back it?
Teo, I'm here. I'm going all in.
It's time to put up or shut up. Rolly Romero versus Teofimo Lopez. August 22nd.
I'll shut you up.
Watch on DAZN and DAZN on Prime Video.
Girl, let's get real. Some pads are just diapers with a good PR team, but not the new Kotex BioCare. That's because Kotex BioCare helps defend against odor and irritants. And it's the first and only pad with this pH proactive system that helps optimize the pad's pH. Just think of it as self-care for down there. Check out Kotex.com for more details on the all-new Kotex, completely redesigned to meet your needs. You asked, we heard.
Denim starts with Abercrombie, and the people who wear it make it iconic. Their high-rise wide-leg jean is such a closet staple, while their ultra-loose low-rise is the go-to for nights out. And who could forget the high-rise 90s Relaxed? It's the jean for every day. Complete the look with a bra-free top and you're set. Every pair comes in both classic fit and the viral Curve Love fit, with additional room through the hip and thigh to eliminate waist gap. It's truly denim made iconic. Shop Abercrombie Denim and more in the app, online, and in stores.
Back to school is busy enough. The last thing you need is shopping that makes it harder. Whether you're moving into a dorm, your first apartment, or just getting organized for the semester, Wayfair makes it easy to get everything you need in one place. Furniture, bedding, storage, decor, study essentials, all at prices you'll love, with fast shipping before move-in day. Get everything you need for back to school season. Shop Wayfair.com today.
Wayfair, every style, every home. At Great Wolf Lodge, there's adventure for the whole family. You and your pack can splash away in the indoor water park, where it's always 84 degrees. There's a massive wave pool, a lazy river, and tons of water slides for your pack to enjoy together. And the fun doesn't stop there. Get ready to explore and play at adventure-packed attractions from Magi Quest, a live-action game that takes place throughout the lodge to the Northern Lights Arcade. There's also a bunch of great dining options and complimentary daily events, like nightly dance parties, all under one roof. And the best part? With 22 lodges across the country, you're always only a short drive away from adventure. So bring your pack together at a lodge near you. Book your stay today at greatwolf.com and strengthen the pack.
Nerds! Today's episode is sponsored by NerdWallet's Smart Money Podcast. Personal finance can feel like a pop quiz you didn't study for. This podcast is your study guide. On NerdWallet's Smart Money Podcast, you'll hear from trusted journalists who explain the why behind major financial decisions. You'll get research-backed insights and clear pros and cons, whether you're planning a big purchase or just want to grow your wealth. Make your next financial move with confidence. Follow NerdWallet's Smart Money Podcast on your favorite podcast app.
99.9 KISW. We return to the men's room with Miles and Thrill.
10 songs where a band actually name checks themselves coming up as we'll sit and spin. But first time for a few emails to the men's room at KISW.com. Couple from today. What happened when you were out on the water, guys? My story starts out earlier in the day. Taking my boat out in eastern Washington. On one side of the lake, there are hundreds and hundreds of sand dunes and sandbars. We're exploring there. We find a sandbar that was roughly in 3 inches of water, about 50 yards offshore of one of the sand dunes. So later on in the day, a friend of the family had brought his hot rod jet boat, and we decided we should take a cruise. So we're cruising about 50 miles an hour and begin looking around, and I'm thinking to myself, this looks familiar. No sooner than that, we hit the sandbar and went from 50 miles an hour to 0 in about 1 second, causing everyone to slam to the front of the cockpit.
Oh, yeah.
I notice kind of a theme here with these jet boats on the river?
Absolutely.
Slow down. Paddle a canoe.
Yeah. I'm sure they're fun, but yeah.
Well, Michelis, a few years back, I was walking to 7-Eleven to get a few beers and a pack of smokes. At the time, the Riverwalk near my place was completely locked down because of drugs and overdoses. So as I'm walking, some dude starts trying to climb over the fence to get onto the Riverwalk. Cop rolls up and yells at the dude to get down. In response, the guy, who was clearly not there mentally and or something, jumps into the river in the middle of the winter.
Jesus.
In Utah. It's 38 degrees, and he can't swim, and was clearly barely clinging onto a branch on the bank of the river while yelling and swearing at the cop to save him. The cop called for rescue. Not sure what happened at the end because the cop told me to F off and mind my own effing business. But he wasn't quite as polite as that. Keep on rocking, gentlemen. That from Nathan.
Why do people that can't swim decide to jump in the water to escape something?
Well,
you hear it often, like, man, they're running from the cops. He
drugs.
Jumped off the pier. They can't swim. I'm like, then why was that your escape route, man?
I mean, the only thing is, like he said, like the guy wasn't mentally there. So I'm with Miles. He's either on drugs or he's just not there normally.
Yeah.
Guys, I took mushrooms, went in the Snohomish River in Gold Bar. I went too far, got swept away. My wife tried to save me, and she could not. I saw the defeat and fear on her face, and I was certain that I was going to die. My friend ended up saving me, and I cried after. Okay, we have one birthday email brought to you by Men's Room Roasted Red Salsa from San Juan Salsa Company.
Dip responsibly.
Gentlemen, today is my mom and little sister's birthday. Actually,
she's the same person.
Turning 51 and 8, respectively. So can my mom get Coach Ted on turning 51? So Coach Ted on turning 51. That's the first one.
Does he mention a dad?
A dad?
Or just his mom?
Dad
Just
Jones.
Mom. Yeah, all right. Well, you're turning 51. Oh, Coach says maybe it's time you sleep with a radio star. No. Hey, look, you got past 50. 51's got to be all the fun times. And now, like I said yesterday, 50's the new 40. Get out there and enjoy life. We'll see you at the next event.
Okay. Next up. Oh, some dad jokes for mom as well. Some dad jokes. What do you call a guy who lays tile?
I don't know.
Tyler. My cousin has a stutter and just went to prison.
Oh, yeah?
I'll never finish a sentence.
Yeah, all right.
What does buying a sandwich and buying a hooker have in common?
I don't know.
Neither would have happened if your girl did her job.
Damn.
Oh.
Yes.
Yes. Now, my little sister, she's 8. She would like a little kid face sandwich.
Jokes weren't for you.
And Mickey and Goofy, please. Thanks for all you do. That from Big Brother Josh.
Well, God, I got to be honest with you. Now, Miles, that's some funny jokes, but hopefully you didn't get them. Here's the thing. If you did laugh, well, that's not my fault. I didn't raise you.
Probably didn't get the jokes. You know, it's funny. Miles isn't even allowed in Disney World anymore. He tells those jokes to all the kids, and it's bad. Don't forget tonight, you get all the pizza and ice cream you want.
All right, guys, here you go. Happy, happy, happy birthday. Happy, happy, happy birthday. Happy, happy, happy birthday to you, to you, to you.
Ya's a Dirty Germans brought to you by Men's Room Original Sausage. Available through Uli's World Famous Sausage, mensroomlive.com, and other fine retailers. Mmm, Schweinefleisch.
Thank you, Robin. A couple extra emails here. This is on living your life, longevity, and everything else from who's the oldest relative or friend do you know?
Right.
Patrols, I'm a little behind on the podcast here on the Odyssey app, but your discussion about life longevity reminded me of my great-grandmother. She died the day before her 95th birthday. She was born October 29th, 1888.
Jesus.
And died October 28th, 1983. I was 13 years old when she died. I'm going to be 56 in September. One thing my great-grandmother said to me that I've always remembered is this.
What?
A good diet and exercise will add 10 years to your life.
Okay.
But it's the last 10 years. And those are the ones that suck anyway. So live your life. That from your longest listener, One-Eyed Greg in Reisterstown, Maryland.
Wow. Just to fathom what that lady saw change.
Oh, just technologically, politically,
Sure.
everything.
Like the car,
radio, then TV,
the right to vote,
color movies.
Yeah.
Breast implant.
This is just a random
It wasn't a thing when she was young, man. It's like, wait a minute, you're telling me I can put new boobs where my old boobs are. That is right.
Yep. The topic on this one is what happened at the show. Pacholas took my cousin to see a Perfect Circle Key Arena. We smoked 2 of the strongest joints you could buy. Got to our seats, and 2 seats next to ours were taped off because they were broken. Turned out the 2 broken seats, they were actually ours. I went to customer service. They apologized, gave us upgraded seats in the front of our section with a perfect view of the stage. Love the show, guys. That from Tim the Tool Man.
Perfect view of a perfect circle.
That's a good show, too.
This believe that. Says wings and beer. Ola, had to go back to Iowa to see my mom. Found a Hooters restaurant still in operation. They had Yingling on tap and served 20-ounce beers. That's a good combination. Yingling and a 20-ouncer. Sounds like an airport. Must be nostalgia, but some of the best wings and buffalo shrimp I've had in a long time. Safely third in Larpon. That from Shannon.
Yeah, Shannon, good call on getting those shrimp, man.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, the podcast will be back next week. I was gone for 2 weeks. Matt's gone this week. So it's been an extended period. We will be back.
Do it with an Irish accent.
Yep.
Hey, getting on, lad.
There you go.
Topic is medical. Oh, look, guys, last week I hit the trifecta of injuries catching up on the podcast. Tuesday, I rolled my ankle and fell flat on my face while walking into work. Wednesday, my dog headbutted me right on the brow bone, giving me a black eye. The final injury. While walking barefoot in my backyard, I stepped on a broken sprinkler. It resulted in a cut on the underside of my big toe where the toe pad meets the toe.
Ugh.
1 emergency room trip, 9 stitches later, everyone wants to now wrap me in bubble wrap. With love from Amy in sunny San Diego. All right, coming up at 5:08, we'll drink and toast with a shot of the day.
Back to school is busy enough. The last thing you need is shopping that makes it harder. Whether you're moving into a dorm, your first apartment, or just getting organized for the semester, Wayfair makes it easy to get everything you need in one place. Furniture, bedding, storage, decor, study essentials, all at prices you'll love, with fast shipping before move-in day. Get everything you need for back to school season. Shop Wayfair.com today.
Wayfair, every style, every home. At Great Wolf Lodge, there's adventure for the whole family. You and your pack can splash away in the indoor water park, where it's always 84 degrees. There's a massive wave pool, a lazy river, and tons of water slides for your pack to enjoy together. And the fun doesn't stop there. Get ready to explore and play at adventure-packed attractions from Magi Quest, a live-action game that takes place throughout the lodge to the Northern Lights Arcade. There's also a bunch of great dining options and complimentary daily events, like nightly dance parties, all under one roof. And the best part? With 22 lodges across the country, you're always only a short drive away from adventure. So bring your pack together at a lodge near you. Book your stay today at greatwolf.com and strengthen the pack.
A burst pipe, a dead water heater, the AC calling it quits. Who do you call? HomeServe is an easy way to handle unexpected home repairs with plans covering stuff basic homeowners insurance usually won't. Instead of scrambling for a contractor, you make one call to get the repair process started. Join the millions of customers who trust HomeServe right now. Go to homeserve.com/podcast for 50% less your first year. That's homeserve.com/podcast. Savings compared to renewal price. Void in Florida.
First,
the men's room returns with Miles and Thrill.
All right, so coming up at 5:08, we'll drink and toast with a shot of the day. And we do your headlines coming up at 5:50. But first, quick check-in with Mike Hawk and some of the stories and headlines he is not working on.
Thank you, Miles. Britain's biggest energy supplier has urged their customers to not use too much electricity during the upcoming solar eclipse.
What?
I don't know. I don't get it. Just don't use too much energy during the solar eclipse. I don't know what... Are they only solar energy? I don't know.
I don't know. I know they're struggling over there, period, because it's been so hot. The energy drain has been huge.
Oh, could be.
Yeah.
So maybe now it's cooling down because of the solar eclipse.
Yeah, I don't know.
I just like this headline. Quote, man who drank heavily and took steroids without working out finishes last in bodybuilding debut.
Yeah. I think I like the idea of trying the regimen. You know?
Sure.
Yeah, don't work out, take steroids, drink beer.
At least give it a shot.
Yeah.
But they help you if you're lifting, but like, what's the point of taking them if you're not going to lift?
Well, he just found out.
Yeah.
None.
So you know what, those things will back you up, man.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, God.
They back you up in a lot of different ways.
They back you up bad.
Yeah?
Yes.
Jeez, it was.
Yes. I was on it for like 8 weeks.
Oh, no,
It was
get it.
bad.
When I was a bartender, there was a guy that would come in and he would get hammered. And then sometimes it'd be like 11. He'd be like, I gotta go lift. And I was always like, I'm shocked you can go lift this drunk. Like he never got injured or anything. And he was a big dude. He was a heavy lifter.
Yeah.
But that was just kind of his thing. Like he just would get absolutely hammered after work and then go to the gym.
Wow. All right.
I mean, I guess
carb load.
That's the best thing you can do.
It just seemed dangerous.
You don't ever get home and do push-ups or curls or any of that when you're hammered?
Sure, but have you ever, I just remember once being drunk with my buddy and we were lifting, dumbbells. Yes. And I almost dropped it on my forehead. And I was like, never again.
See, that's why I don't lift.
Right, if you're doing push-ups or sit-ups in your house,
I've gone to the gym drunk.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah. Because I knew I just had to get it in.
Sure.
It's like I was going to feel guilty if I didn't do it. I'm like, I'll 4 beers.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
I don't think I've worked out drunk because I don't go to the gym anymore. I haven't belonged to a gym in years, but I'll definitely do a little gardening before I
Oh, God, absolutely.
go to the gym.
I used to go to the gym. There was a time for like 5 years I was never not high at the gym.
Hell yeah.
Oh, because I think I take more time. I focus more.
Yeah.
I do more resistance. Like I don't just try to bang it. You know what I mean? I'm like going slow, methodical.
That's right.
Good form.
One of the wrestlers that my wife loves. She got an interview with him and she just absolutely she had so much more respect for him after he admitted it's like I'm high at the gym all the time.
Yeah.
The guy's sporting like 0.5% of body fat. Like, okay, don't tell me he's not doing nothing, man. This guy's just rocking.
Yeah, and the guy I'm talking about, it just seemed odd to me that that was his routine. It's like you go all the time. Why not just do it before you come to the bar and get hammered?
Teachers are complaining that their students are showing signs of, quote, popcorn brain that apparently stems from a childhood of endless phone scrolling and notifications.
Our teacher said that about us watching TV.
Right. They called it no attention span.
I mean, I get it. Like, you fill in the next thing with the next thing, right? I mean, that's essentially what happens.
Kids don't like to be bored.
And that's where they find entertainment.
There you go.
Right?
They will literally find whatever it is to entertain themselves. It doesn't matter. The screen is the easiest.
You determine how much time they get on there.
Correct.
Like, that's what their diversion is going to be.
Right.
And then as a parent.
How do you think spitwads came to be? You think it's because kids are just that ingenious and they just decided, here's how we're going to bore people? Not right.
Yeah.
I'm going to chew on a piece of paper and then, oh, look, a straw.
By the way, spitwads never get old.
No.
They don't. They are still funny. They are, man. You get a straw and a good spitwad.
As long as you're shooting it.
Right, that's the thing.
Yep.
Well, yeah, that's when it's funny. It's like America's Funniest Home Videos. They're funny because it's not you. But if you can get a good spitwad, man, and people can't figure out where it's coming from, I'm not encouraging you to do it, but I'm not saying don't. And the best thing, what do you call little things that you throw on the ground to kind of pop?
Oh, yeah, poppets.
Pop, yeah, well, there it is. Stick those in the straw, dude. Those things go a good distance. You don't have to hit anybody with it. It just hits the ground 25 feet away.
Sure.
And just watch people trying to figure out where it's coming from.
I saw a highlight of professional poppets the other day. It was like a 17-year-old dominating. They just put like a bullseye on a table.
All right.
Oh.
He was kicking ass.
Oh, damn.
Okay, I dig it.
Kind of a fun idea. I like that.
You seen the guys at it's either a convention or an expo or something like that, but they're messing with people with the air gun. It's basically a big tube.
Oh,
like
yes.
that. And you pull on the back of it, and as soon as you let go of it, and it'll send like a wave of air out there, and you can shoot people from like 20 feet away.
So it's just like a quick.
Yeah, it's like somebody coming up behind you.
Right, so you'll feel it on your back or your shirt. Women, it'll like
Your
blow their
hair.
hair. But I think I saw the same video. These dudes are just, but nobody knows. And it doesn't hurt anybody. So it's pretty innocent.
They turn around, they have no idea where it came from. But they can definitely feel it. Like, it is noticeable. No, something is blowing me somewhere around here.
Ooh, I want to do that to someone in their house and be like, it's probably haunted.
That's right. Put your thinking caps on, Jen. It's time for the Merriam-Webster word of the day. So this is a 3-word phrase. Okay. Your Merriam-Webster word for the day is a 3-word phrase beginning with the letter B, okay? It is a noun beginning with the letter B. I'll give you guys 30% chance of success. Now, what this is an introductory or initial experience that is a severe ordeal. 3-word phrase that is...
Say that again?
An introductory or initial experience that is a severe ordeal. 3-word phrase.
Severe.
Starting with B. Introductory or initial experience.
Does it have a country or language of origin?
English.
Is this English? Is this
English.
French? It is.
It's English.
Okay.
Introductory or initial experience that is a severe ordeal. 3 words beginning with the letter B.
Baby on board.
Not baby on board. No, sir. Any other guesses?
Bon. Appa. Teat.
To be fair, I haven't heard of this starting with the letter B. I've heard it starting with the letter T in an almost exact context.
All right.
The last word starts with an F.
But it's a severe introduction to something.
Yes. Baptism by fire.
Oh, Ted. That's not a word, though.
I told you it's a 3-word phrase.
All right. Jesus.
What you said, you've heard
I thought it was all
letter
one
T.
word within 3 words. All right.
What did you hear that starts with the letter T?
Trial by fire.
Oh, yep. Never mind. Okay, and I'll feel done for asking. Cool.
God, I love getting that right.
Good work, Ted. Baptism by fire. There you go. Word of the day.
Yeah.
There's an AP article that discusses the science and psychology behind the first night effect that people experience on their first night in a new home. All right?
What's
the first night?
Basically, it's that hard time sleeping that you have in your first night in a new home.
I have a hard time sleeping every week. I've been in there for years.
But it's different when you move into a new place, especially when you've moved in there.
You know what I mean? Like on the negative side of things, I realized it took me a long time to go to bed because I basically stood in my living room with my arms folded going, all right.
Can I unpack one more box?
But it's a weird night's sleep.
Everything's a little different.
Right, you lay down, the walls are bare because you haven't hung anything up in there. All your stuff is there, but the room looks wrong.
Mine is a new hotel.
A new hotel.
I wake up and go like, where am I?
Where the hell am I?
Where's the bathroom at?
I've done that before.
What town am I
Where
in?
the hell am I?
We woke up when I was in, he woke me up because he clogged the toilet.
Oh, no.
But we were in Denver. And I open up.
But in Denver,
well, this was before this even happened. I opened up the curtains because I woke up and I'm like, where am I?
There's nothing familiar.
We're in a skyline. You know, he's asleep. I don't even know he's there because he sleeps under the covers.
Yeah.
So I pull the curtains up and I'm like, what city is this? I'm like, where are we?
How messed up did you get?
Oh, we were at a beer convention, bro.
Okay.
And then went to the bar afterwards. Do the math.
Where am I? Damn it. But you know what? There's a lot of things that are weird about moving into a new home.
The Men's Room Top 10. The Men's Room Top 10.
So I decided to look up the 10 annoying things about settling into a new house. We all have moved at one point or another. We all have those annoyances that we have there. And they actually break it down into 3 different categories there. Basically, we're going to start with the packing and finding things issues that you have into settling into a new home. And they start with the heavy lifting. Your back hurts. Sofas are heavy. Stairs are steep. The amount of heavy lifting that you have to do. Honestly, I haven't not hired a moving company since before I was married.
My wife and I, the first place we had here was in Belltown. Then we moved to Greenwood. And we're like, we're going to save money, do it ourselves. We agreed after we almost divorced each other, you know what? We're going to hire movers after that. And we have. And it is completely worth it.
So worth the money.
And even for me, the last time I moved, I hired movers for the heavy stuff.
Yeah.
But even just taking the kitchen stuff and everything, you got to make so many trips and
it's
pain.
And it's amazing at how nothing fits into those boxes. You can have 1,000,000 boxes and you still don't have enough room. It's amazing. They actually go with the box maze. Your rooms are full of tall stacks of brown boxes. You have to open 5 boxes just to find a fork.
Yeah.
And the problem is that, honestly, after the pandemic, because we moved at the end of 2020, if I'm not mistaken, and at that point, we had moved legitimately 4 times in 4 years.
Yeah.
We were reusing the same boxes. It got to the point to where I was saving boxes from the last move because
you knew in a year.
Right, I'm shell-shocked, man. I know I'm going to have to move again, and the problem is these things don't go into the same boxes that I moved them in because they're just broken down boxes in the middle of a storage area.
So you take a Sharpie and scratch out the last room you wrote on it.
Yeah.
Life hack, if you're moving, go out there. You can buy an array of different colored duct tapes, and they come in a sleeve of these different colors. Find whatever rooms that you've got that you're moving into, put 1 stick of that duct tape on that, and then stick boxes with that duct tape that everything needs to go in.
Keep it easy, man.
Exactly. And that's what we told the movers. And that's
they'll do it.
How we showed them. You bet. That's exactly how we showed them. And then lost items as far as packing and finding things. You pack things well, then you can't find your scissors, your phone charger, your important papers for days. In every move that I've ever had, I've been convinced that they stole my gaming stuff.
That's a weird one.
Well, I couldn't find
it's
it.
worth money. They're going to steal something.
I had my stuff. I don't have a whole lot of stuff. There's us things, there's a lot of wife things, and then there's just my little things. And I don't have a whole lot of boxes. And I get my boxes unpacked fairly quickly. But I'm still sitting there like, where's my Xbox?
Oh, yeah.
They stole my Xbox. I know it. And I find it after a little while, and
They should almost put a note like, by the way, we didn't steal your stuff.
Right.
You just can't find it.
Right. And I know they didn't. I'm just telling myself that because I don't know where else to compare. Oh, here it is.
Right.
For whatever reason, it was with the iron skillet. It's a weird place for it.
That means you packed it last. I feel like you're very, very organized until you get down to like 3 boxes left. Some weird disparate stuff around. Let's put it all in the same goddamn box.
Right.
We'll find it.
It starts organized. It starts out, okay, we're going to put all the appliances over here. We're going to put all the clothes over here. There we go. We're going to pack this shelf over here. After a while, it's like, I don't know where the hell this thing goes.
Yeah, we just put our clothes in trash bags.
Yes.
Just like, guys, it's not trash. Just throw it in your truck. It's all good.
Exactly. House fixes and setup. Broken things in general. You turn on a light, but it doesn't work. A door might stick or a faucet might leak. Different, again, these are annoying things that you have to deal with about settling into a new home.
I was pretty anal about going through the house.
Yeah.
So anything that may have been going wrong, I already knew. With the exception of the aluminum wiring in the walls.
Oh, no.
That one caught me by surprise.
Yeah, that was expensive, wasn't it?
Hey. It was super expensive, and it's not sexy. It's very good to get done.
Sure.
But when you spend that much money, you'd like to see something different.
About to say, it's in the walls.
And it was actually Xfinity that let me know, because we were like, you know what? Let's put on some TV for some background noise. And whatever. So they show up day one, and the guy starts laughing, and he goes, hey, man, like, the wiring that you have in your wall, we don't have anything old enough to be compatible. And he's like, and I have some old boxes. He's like, none of this will work. Like, cool.
It's funny you mention that because no internet yet shows up there. The tech person's late. You have no Wi-Fi to work or to watch a show. And our problem wasn't the Wi-Fi. The house that we bought, the guy that owned it before, he had rented it out because we're near a college down there, and so he rented it out to a bunch of college kids that were down there. At some point, somebody defaulted on a payment to PSE, and so our gas was shut off. I didn't know about that until after I'm done moving for the day, and I'm ready to take a shower in my brand new home. I got a good stand-up solo shower. This is my bathroom. Here I go. Water's not getting hot.
Oh, yeah.
That's a problem. And, of course, it's 9 o'clock at night. PSE shut down. They're not going to be able to get anybody out there. My heater's already shut off. I've got no hot water whatsoever, so we had to break back into our old rental, and I had to take a shower there. That was fun. Cleaning twice. The last person left the place dirty, and you got to scrub the floors before you put your own bed down. Not much was dirty in my new place.
It shouldn't be.
Yeah.
Because in theory, if a real estate agent is showing you the house, it should already be pretty clean at that point.
Correct.
Right? So, yeah.
10 things annoying about settling into a new home. Let's work into paperwork and different routines. The bill changes. You spend hours on the phone. You have to set up power, water, gas, trash, all of it in your name.
Yeah, it's just annoying.
And my problem is the way that Puget Sound, not PSC, TPU works, is they actually have a grid on there that'll show here's this property here and the bills that you owe there, and if you have multiple properties that you're paying for, say if you're running a rental situation or whatever it is, they'll have it all broken down there for you, which is great. The problem is that it takes like a year after you close one account for it to get off of the doggone screen.
Correct.
So I'm sitting there the entire time like, do I owe that bit? No, that's not mine. No, that's the other guy now. Okay.
No, we had the same thing. We got into this house. I just made it clear. I said, look, we're not going to pay that.
Right.
Like, that's not going to happen. If you got a problem, it gets worse for you. But it's not going to happen. So figure, because this is on your end.
Right.
And I think they do that intentionally because they can get a double payment sometimes. And I get it, but it's like, I'm just not stupid. I'm not doing that.
Right. One that was hard to go from being in an apartment complex into a home, the trash rules. Every town has strange rules. You don't know which day the green bin goes out or what goes in it. When I was growing up in Enumclaw, glass went in the recycle bin. Moving to Tacoma, they don't recycle glass. You have to have a separate service in order to take the glass. They don't want it.
Probably it's not that prevalent anymore.
Yeah.
I mean, it really isn't. I mean, if you go to the grocery store, think about how many glass items still exist.
Sure, a lot of jars.
Maybe small jars of
beer bottles,
like
wine
jellies.
bottles.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, depending on your drink.
Yeah, that's true.
We just didn't know. So and look, they do a fine job in this. I just didn't know that you had to have these city-sanctioned trash cans. So we went out and bought trash cans.
Right.
And on trash day, because they had already set up in our house, we had a little grid about the days, and they wouldn't take the trash. So my wife calls, and they're like, oh, because they have your address, and they're like, you don't have the right trash cans. We're like, what are you talking about, man? It is a trash can, and we put the trash in it, see?
Right.
And like, no. You have to have the ones that we give you, which was exactly the ones that we bought. It just doesn't say City of Seattle. Go. All right, that's the game we're playing.
Our spot, the way that our property works, we got a small yard that heads. That you're looking at the house. There's a small yard that extends off of there, but then it actually turns and hits the other side of the street. There's actually a house. Picture my house as an L shape. We've actually got a house right here, and we touch both sides of the road right there. And when I got there, our garbage cans were kind of right in the middle of that crook right there. I didn't know where the garbage cans went. I didn't know where the where the compost went. They go to different places.
Yes, they do.
I looked it up on the internet. My recycling goes off of this street. My garbage and recycling goes off that street.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Fun.
That was fun because, I see my neighbors that are putting their compost out there and they do the same thing because they also, they're right on the corner and so they have both sides. Their compost goes on one side, their garbage and recycling goes out on the other. It is insanity. It's weird. It was a hard thing to figure out. I was nervous because our garbage can filled up fast. But then the number one annoying thing about settling into a new home is being called housebroke. You have no food in the fridge. You're too tired to cook. The closest grocery store is miles away. Your pans are still in a box. You don't have any money.
That, man. Pizza and beer night, man.
Oh,
That's kind of the way it goes.
Yeah, but you just spent a crap ton of doggone money, man.
That's the problem.
That's my problem. It's like, son of a gun, I don't have any money to go out for friggin' pizza. Oh, well, that is how it is. A drunk driver was arrested in Arizona, but his vanity plate is why he's making headlines, Miles.
What was the plate saying?
About it at 5:50.
Thank you, sir. Headlines are coming up at 5:50. In the meantime, have we made it to drinking time?
Somebody out there deserves to be recognized. And the men's room knows just who it is. So to you, we say, bottoms up, sailor. You're the toast of our shot of the day.
Drink time it is, and as usual, we head to the drink desk. And Steve at Throwhill to find out who we're toasting.
Yes, indeed. And today we toast 34-year-old Lauren Bruce of Newport, Rhode Island. Now, earlier this month, Lauren got married in a small ceremony at her local church. And after exchanging vows, she started getting a little bit emotional. So the priest reached out his hand. He had a piece of cloth attached. Lauren bent down, used the cloth to dab her tears, quickly wipe her nose. Yeah, the priest was not offering her tissue. It was his freaking robe. He's doing his thing. He's holding up the robe. She does not realize that. So you look at the video, like I said, it's a sweet moment. They've just done their vows. She dabs her eyes, wipes her nose, then kind of looks up and realizes, oh, God. The groom's looking out in horror. The priest was like, dude, it's cool. Don't worry about it. They all eventually laughed, but she said she was rather embarrassed for a little while. Man, I just like that move. Like, thank you. Like, I'm not handing that.
Don't touch my robe.
The hell are you doing? So we pour this booze, and we drink this booze because we think it's yummy.
Yummy!
So over the tongue and down the throat to party in our tummies. Down the hola bichola.
All right, let's get a contestant on the line for Profile This, 206-803-ROCK. Profile This is next.
Nerds! Today's episode is sponsored by NerdWallet's Smart Money Podcast. Ever Google a money question and end up 12 tabs deep with 12 different answers? This podcast is your shortcut back to clarity. NerdWallet's Smart Money Podcast breaks down financial decisions with a team of trusted journalists. They explain the why behind decisions like investing, home buying, and choosing credit cards with clear research-backed insights. No jargon, no misinformation. Make your next financial move with confidence. Follow NerdWallet's Smart Money Podcast on your favorite podcast app.
One of the biggest things I see, most women are not getting enough fiber, especially the right kinds of fiber, and they don't even realize it. That's why I like using Chronometer. It makes it incredibly easy to actually see what you're eating and understand your nutrition on a deeper level. I especially appreciate that it tracks both soluble and insoluble fiber because they each play different roles in overall wellness, digestion, and metabolic health. What sets Chronometer apart for me is the accuracy and detail. A lot of tracking apps only focus on calories, but Chronometer gives you meaningful micronutrient data I can actually use. The platform is easy to use, reliable, and helps you make more informed nutrition choices without guesswork. If you want better insight into your nutrition during midlife and beyond, download Chronometer for free today at chronometer.com and start learning what your body may really need.
Amazon Music has everything you want to listen to. Music, podcasts, and now audiobooks. All in one app. Amazon Music Unlimited. Audiobooks included.
Keep cool out there, folks. It's going to be a hot one.
We, the people, love summer baseball. The food is over the top. The cheers come from the chest. We came with friends, but we met new ones. We have seats, but we're standing. They say it's anyone's game. But from what we can see, it's Everyone's. Baseball. For the people.
Major League Baseball trademarks used with permission.
Whether you're into unsolved mysteries, solved mysteries, or creating your own mysteries, Amazon Music's got millions of podcast episodes waiting. Just download the Amazon Music app and start listening to your favorite podcasts ad-free, included with Prime.
I'm Serena Williams, and I'm healthier on Ro. I've lost 34 pounds in a year with GLP-1s, diet, and exercise. On Ro, you can access GLP-1 options, including the first FDA-approved GLP-1 pill for weight loss. Go to ro.co/journey to see if you qualify. 14 to 20% average weight loss in 1 year in non-diabetics with obesity or overweight with a weight-related medical condition versus 2.2% to 3.1% in placebo arm. RX only. To stay informed about serious side effects, go to ro.co/safety.
Would you look at that? It's time for some of our favorite Snapple Real Facts. Real Fact 1433, toe wrestling is a competitive sport. Real Fact 732, the chicken is the closest living relative of the Tyrannosaurus Rex. And Real Fact 1599, a man once ate an entire airplane. Youch. Did he have any hot sauce? Yeah, so anyways, this has been a refreshing break brought to you by Snapple. Real tea, real juice.
With Snaps Acidity Refreshing!
Presented by T-Mobile, the official wireless partner of Odyssey Sports. With an awesome network and great savings, there's never been a better time to join T-Mobile. Visit your neighborhood store to make the switch today.
The Men's Room presents Profile This.
And Stephen Throwhook, please everyone on Profile This is played.
Oh, sure can, Miles. It's a simple game where we share with you a real-life news story, something that happened right here on planet Earth. And as you listen to the story, based on the stereotypes you believe to be true of people and the decisions that people make, we'll ask you what it is you think makes the story a story. Hello, Luke. Welcome to the Men's Room.
Hola, gentlemen.
Hola. All right, Luke, you understand how this here game is played?
Absolutely.
Fantastic. Today, you have your choice of one of two stories, because I realize one of the three stories is a story that Mike Hawk covered yesterday in headlines. So today we're down to two, and today we offer you Animalize This, where you guess the animal responsible for causing the problem, or License to Spill, where you guess the substance responsible for creating the mess.
Animalize This.
All right, workers at a Tennessee FedEx store, they were sent running for cover when a critter burst out of its box and took off running through the store. Roderick Duncan, he went to the FedEx store in Memphis to pick up his new pet, and employees asked to see what was inside of the box that was labeled live animal. So a video recorded at the scene shows Duncan open the box, start to remove the animal, and then it suddenly burst out and dashed behind the counter. Now the footage, it shows panicked employees running for cover. Duncan told a local television affiliate, quote, "He was bigger, way bigger than I expected. So it was a shock to me when he took off running. I probably could have grabbed him, but it shocked me too. So he just got loose in the facility." Now, Duncan said he expected the critter, whose name is Titan, to be docile when he opened the box, but he came out ready for all the smoke. Anyway, a FedEx employee used some boxes to create a barricade to keep Titan in place so that Duncan could corner him and pick him up because no one else wanted to pick this thing up. The question is, what was the animal that popped out of the box and scared the piss out of everybody at the FedEx office? Was it a tarantula? Was it a caiman? Was it an iguana, or was it a rat? So tarantula, caiman, iguana, or rat?
I've never heard of the second one. And where was this FedEx office located again?
Memphis, Tennessee.
Oh, Memphis. Let's see.
You can picture the scene, can't you, Ted?
I can.
Vaguely.
Oh, Luca, I'm going to go caiman.
What is a caiman?
It's a smaller alligator.
Yeah, it's like a mini alligator.
Oh, okay. So, in that case, yeah, I'm going to go with a caiman.
All right. So we got two caimans. What are you thinking, Ted?
Make it three.
Oh, three
We're all the
caiman.
caiman train.
Yeah, I just have a feeling this guy has a giant fish tank, and he wants that caiman.
Yeah. So I was picturing the scene in Memphis.
Like, oh.
What was in that box? Was it a tarantula, a caiman, an iguana, or a rat? We'll find out next.
That was a
You are listening to the Men's Room. Category.
The GLP-1 pill you've been waiting for is now on Ro. Yep, it's finally here. With the same clinically proven ingredient, now in a pill, and now on Ro. It's the first FDA-approved GLP-1 pill for weight loss at the lowest price available. That's one daily GLP-1 pill for big results. Now on Ro. Go to ro.co/listen to see if you qualify. RX only. Go to ro.co/safety for serious side effects and boxed warning associated with GLP-1s.
Would you look at that? It's time for some of our favorite Snapple Real Facts. Real Fact 1433, toe wrestling is a competitive sport. Real Fact 732, the chicken is the closest living relative of the Tyrannosaurus Rex. And Real Fact 1599, a man once ate an entire airplane. Youch. Did he have any hot sauce? Yeah, so anyways, this has been a refreshing break brought to you by Snapple. Real tea, real juice.
With Snaps, it's refreshing!
Presented by T-Mobile, the official wireless partner of Odyssey Sports. With an awesome network and great savings, there's never been a better time to join T-Mobile. Visit your neighborhood store to make the switch today.
As Analyze this on Profile This, we go to Tennessee and FedEx workers who went running from the store when a live animal that was shipped there and opened from the box, got loose, and freaked everyone out because of its size.
Well, they asked to see it. The guy went there to get his pet. It said live animal. They were curious. Opened it up. Guy thought it'd be docile. It was not.
Okay. Question is, what was this animal that was bigger than they thought it was going to be? Tarantula, caiman, iguana, or a rat?
And Luke, that is the question that we posed to you. A lot of people on YouTube, they chimed in with their opinions. YouTube is pretty much split between caiman and tarantula, although there was vote for Jimothy, because Jimothy is Jimothy. That would be funny. But Luke, you agree with Miles and D. Ted Smith. All three of you went with caiman, which is just a tiny alligator. No, you are incorrect. It was an iguana.
It was an iguana.
Oh, so here's the thing. Apparently it was a big-ass iguana, but this guy that ordered it for the pet, he assured everyone, he said, the thing about iguanas, because it's probably been cold in transport and all that, it should be docile. And when he opened the box, this bitch was just like exploded out and started running. And we're like, nah, brother, that's all you.
Now for all TV news all the time, it's time for TV Time with Tim.
And now, because your pathetic life is confined to countless hours in front of a talking box, the Men's Room presents TV Time with Ted.
All right, your choices today.
Okay.
You got Seth Meyers, the Jimmies,
Kimmel and Fallon,
or Ted Smith.
Is it Ted or is it late night?
It is right there. The Tyler's guests have teams of talented writers help them come up with their monologues each and every night. It is up to you to determine, is this an actual late night joke and from whom, or could it be a The Ted Smith original?
Good news story for you. A cat in England is 31 years old and has spent the last decade drinking only spring water. But can you imagine how expensive that cat is?
Seth.
Smith.
Smith?
Smith.
Spring water cat.
I just was looking at it and I'm like, I gotta buy this bastard.
What happened was, Ted, we had that story. They were working on the water supply or something. And it turned the water brown in the neighborhood.
Yeah, there was some reason.
So he went and bought this water.
Okay.
And then for whatever reason, he just continued to buy it. And he liked it or whatever and just gave the cat for however long. 30 years.
Because you know how cats are. He probably went back to tap water. The cat just wouldn't drink it. And went, that's my guess. Cats are how cats are.
Spider-Man, Brand New Day, has made almost $2 billion at the box office. If you haven't seen it, Spider-Man tells the harrowing story of a skinny white boy who was bit by a spider and got the power to pull Zendaya.
Seth.
All right, so it's Kimmel, but it's Anthony Anderson.
Okay. Spider-Man, Brand New Day, has made almost $2 billion at the box office so far. Now, if you haven't seen it, Spider-Man tells the harrowing tale of a skinny white boy who was bit by a spider and got the power to pull Zendaya.
A 60-year-old man just graduated from nursing school, and you still think inflation's not too high?
Seth.
Fallon?
Smith! Damn it!
2 jokes today.
Wow. 2 jokes.
Jesus.
Yeah, that's it.
Son of a bitch.
Thought it would throw you off.
No good cheating son of a bitch.
You bastard. All right. Mike told me you guys did cover this last week. This is the news reporter who said a bad word. I can't say it.
Right.
I can't say I can't say the initials. But oh man, I don't know how to get around it. Instead of saying like
trying to give her hair a blowout.
Oh, it wasn't a news reporter, it was QFC or
QVC.
QVC.
Yeah.
QVC.
All right. So Fallon
QFC,
actually
the grocery store. Yeah.
I know. Sorry, QFC.
I know. We did not say that.
I apologize with QFC. QVC. So, right. So you guys had already brought up the story. But this is kind of a follow-up to it because Jimmy Fallon brought her on. So you'll hear the part bleeped out and then hear her explaining it.
Last week, we showed this funny clip from QVC where one of their guests had a bit of a flub.
Again, it looks like you went and got a blowout at your salon.
Oh, my God. Thank you so much for being here. I think that you handled that perfectly, by the way. You really nailed it. What did you think in that moment where you were...
Well, you know, I was kind of froze, and I was trying to decide, do I go to the left?
Yeah.
Do I go to the right? I just went down.
She's got good comic chops.
I mean, yeah, that's a great response.
Yes, I know I've told this story before, but it always reminds me when I was doing hosting the MMA fights, Hal Quest Productions. Shout out to Brian down at the Emerald Queen, right? So Misha Tate at this time is the Strikeforce champion.
Okay.
Misha Tate, besides being a great champion, is a very beautiful woman.
Stunning.
Wow. Correct. So, and back in the day, they used to wear almost like mini skirts with like the sport, right? So she's kind of in her fighting gear. I am incredibly nervous interviewing her at the Cage Shirt intermission. And she was selling stuff. And I said, and don't forget, you can go over there and see her mooch tent.
A mooch tent?
Yes. And she just goes, and I kind of just stopped. She goes, nervous, Ted? And I go, yes, I am, Misha. Yes, I am.
The old mooch tent.
Mooch
Go there and get an old kiss from Misha Tate.
I know.
I'm going to start calling
That'd be
skirts
cool.
that. Oh, you're wearing that mooch.
Yeah, that was a tough interview with her.
Well, that's something too.
When she came in studios with a T-shirt on, I was like, Jesus.
And she's
Christ.
so incredibly nice.
She's
too.
very sweet.
And at the time, she's kind of famous now. That I think she even sells cupcakes. But at the time, that was not her nickname. And somebody backstage was like, "Hey, I know her. Ask her about her cupcakes." So like, I'm not asking a championship fighter about her cupcakes, especially a woman. They're like, so when I asked her, she was like, "Oh, yes, I do make cupcakes for other fights." I was like, "Thank God."
Oh yeah,
felt like a setup.
It does. If you don't know her, like, I'm going to ask this chick about making cupcakes.
No, I believe it.
Right. I don't want to get choked out.
Her mooch tent.
The mooch tent, I know.
I was going to start calling skirts. Hey, baby, put on that mooch tent. Yeah.
Just once again, officially, I'd like to apologize. We should take.
Yeah. God, yes.
What a mooch tent.
All right. Thanks to Miles. I gave you the story yesterday. Kind of interesting. This guy basically went viral because he'd been receiving Jason Sudeikis mail.
It was a woman.
Oh, yeah, Taylor.
Yeah.
Huh, my bad. Taylor's one of those tough names, man.
Sure.
I know
either way.
Taylor.
There was a one like that with
Taylor.
Leslie. There was a story about a person in England named Leslie, and I was just assumed it was a woman.
Yep.
See this picture? It's like this dude. I'm like, yeah.
Yeah. And then sometimes you meet a guy named Kelly.
Yes, you do.
I know
you probably met a lot of them.
Yeah, it's a very Irish thing. She kept getting all his old mail. She basically was trying to reach out to him, right? So she'd put stuff online. And she was like, I'm kind of surprised how many people know Jason Sudeikis.
Right.
She said it was like 6 degrees of separation from Jason Sudeikis. They kept emailing her and be like, hey, get in contact with him this way, that way, blah, blah, blah. Anyhow, to summarize it, they end up getting tickets to the premiere of Ted Lasso season 4.
And she brought all the mail.
Did he know she was going to do that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Her friend is a massive Ted Lasso fan. Said she even dressed as him at Halloween. So just overall, a good story. And yeah, I mean, I don't know. I've heard Jason Sudeikis can be a little particular to work with, right? But seems like a decent kind of just regular dude.
I think it'd have been funnier if he didn't know she had all of his mail. It's nice to meet you. Thank you very. By the way, here's all your mail.
Yeah.
I have nowhere to put that. Yeah, it's your mail. I don't know what to tell you.
I also like him as I believe now he is an Arsenal man.
Oh, really?
Huh. Yeah. I think it's funny because when he first started doing those ads, remember, Ted Lasso was an ad campaign for NBC Sports when they got to Premier League.
Right.
That was the whole thing. He was Tottenham's manager. And then obviously AFC Richmond's not a real club. But I'm pretty sure, like, he spent so much time over there, somehow he ended up, like, really becoming an Arsenal fan.
I can believe that.
And, like, yes, I think whatever that big thing they have in Kansas City with him and Paul Rudd.
Yeah.
That was the morning of an Arsenal match, and he was, like, in the bar watching the match, just with, like, normal people, which is super awesome. Also, I was kind of impressed. You know, like, I get sometimes, like, I think American football is different. Like, whenever I meet a foreigner that's, like, really into football, I'm like, cool.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think for some of those English clubs, like, they like having American fans, but obviously it's neighborhood specific. A lot of time it's, like, Catholic or Protestant kind of stuff. But, like, when I was in Dublin, Arsenal happened to be playing a match that day, like an preseason friendly.
Yeah.
So it was fun to kind of just drink with some of the English people and stuff. And, like, I was shocked how much they were like, you get up at that time in the morning?
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, dude, like those Saturday, like noon kickoffs, right? I'm like, I'm up at 4:30. And they were like, some of them, like, I mean, one guy had a tattoo that was so old. I mean, it helps that I'm a psychopath and I know enough about the club in Highbury. But they were very nice and, like, seemed pretty pumped that, like, Americans are into it.
Sure. Of course, man.
Let's see this. Another kind of confusing identity. ESPN college football analyst Darius Walker. He received a free hotel upgrade after they thought he was Darius Rucker. All right. He posted the video online. Of course, Darius Rucker said, "You're welcome."
Yeah.
And kind of laughed at it. I've also heard that I believe Darius Rucker now lives in, like, London.
What? Really?
Yeah. I don't know if he's over there doing
mushrooms must be legal there.
All right. I will also say this. I'm not going to say how I know this, but I know some people in Nashville. They had very nice things to say about him, and I guess he got remarried a couple of years ago. They were like, "Oh man, it was awesome." He's like the nicest guy. He was always out. He was a big tipper.
Oh yeah.
And they're like, they weren't trying to talk ass. They were just kind of like, we miss single Darius. I was like, yeah, I mean, I guess you have a big star that's coming in and treats everybody right.
I mean, we met him the one time, dude. You could not be a nicer guy.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, he's just that guy.
Even, like, I think we
God, he was stoned.
Yeah, of course.
I mean, you couldn't even see his eyes.
But, like, when he invited you, if you were in South Carolina to play golf with him, like, I believed him.
We talked about it in the lobby because we were going to play.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't think he was BSing you.
No, I don't either.
Yeah.
He just couldn't do it.
And if you ever go to the University of South Carolina, go to their Hall of Fame, it's a lot of Hootie stuff.
Oh, I believe that, yeah.
Which is kind of awesome.
Well, the drummer for Hootie and the Blowfish was the goalie there for 3 years.
Yeah.
Sonny.
Right. And two of those guys were from the D.C. area. So there was always kind of that connection. But, yeah, Darius seems like a great dude. Also an excellent golfer.
I've heard that as well.
And I don't mind my, I don't think I mind my music stars getting popped for psychedelic mushrooms.
No.
Right? Of all the things.
I wonder how many hole-in-ones he has. Just always curious about that.
You never know.
Yeah.
Let's see. Some stuff you could watch that I would recommend. This won't shock you. Do you know what I'm rewatching on Netflix right now?
On Netflix.
House of Guinness.
What is that?
It's about the story of, like, the Guinness family. Like,
I didn't know that it even existed.
Yeah. You watched it at one time?
I watched it once, but now that I've been there, did you know the Guinness? First of all, two things. Number one, they have a 9,000-year lease.
I did know that.
All right. And did you know it's not black? It's actually red. And when you hold it up to the sunlight, it's a dark amber.
I did not know that because, oddly enough, when I get a Guinness, rarely do I walk into the window. And look.
Right, exactly. I just drink it.
I believe you. I do.
Well, next time you get a Guinness,
I'm going to do
if
that.
they'll let you, walk outside.
Hey, buddy, where are you going?
I want to see the red man.
But it's a pretty good show. And it also talks a lot you learn a lot about, like, the Catholics, the Protestants, this and that, and kind of how the business and, like, how they kind of almost before Henry Ford does it, like, we're like, we need to keep the workers happy. Give them Saturday off.
Oh, nice.
Thank you, Tim. We appreciate it. You're listening to The Men's Room.
The Men's Room returns with Miles and Thrill. Now, let's see what's happening in the real world.
All right, here we go. The story is for real about an abandoned boat in Tacoma with 50 cats on board. By the way, now 60. Meanwhile, a Florida man is arrested after $900 in avocados he had stolen and stored. AI gives a farmer advice which wipes out 25 acres of his crops. An ironic license plate for Flagstaff, Arizona cops. And a man divorces his wife in California because she won't stop feeding the vultures. It is time for your headlines.
Now, it's time to hit the headlines. Here's my car.
All right, I'm today we got to Flagstaff, Arizona, where officers spotted an impaired driver. They spotted a pickup truck that they had found on the freeway driving with a broken taillight. When they got to the window, officers noticed signs of impairment immediately. Luckily for all involved, the driver did admit to driving under the influence right there to make things easy. Though, the fact that he had a blood alcohol level that was twice the legal limit posed a more serious issue. He was arrested on charges of DUI, but officers couldn't help but notice the irony of his vanity license plate, which read, quote, "Drive sober, arrive alive."
Okay.
Jesus. Good job, buddy. They'll never sniff you out.
Well, look, that said, at least he's promoting a positive message.
Yes, he is. Even though
he's a damn liar.
Promoting horrible actions.
Yeah.
Do as I say, not as I do.
Correct. There you go.
Correct.
In other news, a lot of us feel that AI is coming for our jobs, but one man in China found out that they may be attacking him head on. A local farmer was having a bit of an issue with weeds in his crop and sought the help of an AI chatbot to find a solution. He has a sesame plantation out there. The fix was simple. Use a, quote, high-efficiency flupyrimethylene and flusulfosulfither to kill the weeds. Of course. And mix it with a thiamethoxame.
Of course.
And methyl salt, which should do the trick. We all know this, right? Seeing no issue and not doing any further research, the farmer followed the recommendation to a T. But as we all know, that combination won't just kill the weeds, and didn't, but his entire 25 acres worth of crops along with it. Luckily, he went back to the same AI chatbot for an explanation as to why that was the outcome, to which it had the answer that the herbicide that he used was mainly to kill broadleaf weeds in soybean fields. But because he has sesame seedlings in his field, that classifies as a broadleaf plant, meaning it was all wiped out. Now,
Mike, you put it best. You said AI gives you the question you ask is the answer that it gives you.
Correct. There was a deal a while back that was, can you trust AI for financial advice or mainly investment advice? And they said yes, but the advice that you're going to get is as good as the question that you ask.
Right. All right. So we were saying, Mike and I were like, it should almost have like some simple prompt questions back. So we say, hey man, what's the pesticide I should use?
Right.
What are you growing that you want to protect? Right. That's all. And once you type in sesame or whatever, then hopefully, anyway, it would give you a different answer.
If I type in weed, how to kill weeds, it's going to say fire.
That's how you kill weeds.
Yeah.
Right. Exactly. Right. Exactly.
And if it doesn't know that I'm trying to protect other things in there.
So you gotta let it know.
Exactly. We go to Florida, where they really like avocados. A sheriff's deputy was conducting a check at a local avocado grove when they happened upon a truck at the end of a driveway that didn't belong. I told Ted that already caught me off guard. There is a sheriff's deputy that routinely makes checks, was just patrolling this area because this happens enough.
I think because avocados are so expensive.
Right? The deputy found the owner of the truck and had a little chat with the deputy, noticing more than 15 avocados rolling around the bed of the truck. And 4 massive black trash bags filled with more avocados sitting beside it. And 2 more bags that were found in the grove. In total, it looked like our man had gathered near $900 worth of grenades. He's been arrested and is facing grand theft and trespassing charges.
Yeah, that'll do it.
I didn't even know they grew avocados in Florida.
Same.
I thought it was just California. Mexico.
Yeah.
Well, the orange thing kind of sucks right now in Florida, so why not?
What's going on with the oranges?
Oh, God, yeah.
What's going on?
Diseased, weather.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Damn.
Well, the weather switched and everything up, so different parasites ended up attacking the crops. And these guys, there's nothing they can do about it.
Sure.
So try to come up with a different cash crop.
Gotcha. And I got to imagine that the temperature is going to be doable for avocados down there.
You would think. Yeah.
Yeah.
Florida, Mexico, you need humidity, you need heat. Florida's got that.
Ta-da. We go to Columbia, Maryland, where a bleeding heart has been asked to stop. A local woman is making headlines because she refuses to stop feeding the birds. She penned a letter in response to a cease and desist that told the tale of how she feels it's her responsibility to feed the birds in the area that are in need of her help. She first spotted a troop of them huddling under one of her trees, clearly malnourished and in need of help, so she started regularly feeding them cans of cat food. Now, that eventually evolved into raw chicken in order to make sure that they were all
Hundreds
satiated.
of pounds of raw chicken thrown in the backyard.
Reports are that she'd been feeding them roughly 200 pounds a day of raw chicken.
Jesus, how much money do you
That's
have?
got to be expensive. No kidding.
That's why her husband divorced her.
Unfortunately, this has caused an influx of the birds and disturbed the neighborhood, as there are no average Tweety birds or orioles that she was feeding. No, black vultures. That's what she was feeding out there.
Okay, I got news. If vultures eat carrots, send them up the road to Baltimore. There are dead bodies everywhere, I promise you.
The situation has gotten bad enough that her husband filed for divorce due to her behavior, and multiple orders have come in from authorities. She sees the birds as guardian angels and can't help but step in to give them aid.
Okay, well, the other thing is it's not your responsibility to feed them.
No, but
they're
she
part of
can't feed
nature.
them sand.
Nature does what it does.
The thing is that they don't have to kill anything. They just fly around, look for what's dead, and pick at it.
Right. The only reason I murdered this man, officer,
right,
to feed the vultures.
This isn't a cat that, can't hunt. This isn't a doggone dog who can't, find kibbles. This is a bird who lives off the dead things in the area.
Right.
There's nothing you need to do for these guys. They
Things
just wait.
die.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's their strategy. Wait. But just in case those stories left a bad taste in your mouth.
Thankfully, there's good news.
I believe you brought this up off the air yesterday, Miles. We also brought it up earlier on the show today, but we're right back here at home in Tacoma for the latest rescue mission. Witnesses reported a sailboat that was floating off of Owen Beach in Tacoma, citing improper lighting, and nobody could see anyone on board the vessel. Authorities investigated along with the Marine Services unit to find that while the boat was not manned, it wasn't unoccupied, as more than 50 cats, now 60 according to different reports, were found on the boat. Animal control was called in as well, and a rescue operation commenced where they took their time creating the felines and bringing them back to shore. Aside from being flea-ridden, most were generally healthy and appeared that they had been clearly fed and watered for months. They believe that they've identified the owner, and an investigation is underway. If you want to hear from one of our callers earlier today from Tacoma, Bob, he had a little bit more insight as to what that situation might have been going on.
Correct.
You can catch that podcast at on the Odyssey app or even on our YouTube channel at KISW Rock. Men's Room Sports, there's Leagues Cup Soccer over on FS1, WNBA Basketball over on ESPN and the NBA Network, and baseball is over on MLB TV. You've also got the Mariners over in New York taking on the Yankees. That game currently underway over on Mariners TV. It says TBS and True TV. I tried turning those on. They're blacked out.
Okay.
Can't get them. So go on over to Mariners TV. That's where you can watch the game right now. Last I checked, spoiler alert, no score after 6.
Ooh, they're not losing.
So we're not losing in New York. As far as your weather, we got a few clouds making their way in tonight as we've got a fairly clear sky and a low of 60 tonight. Should be partly cloudy skies for the foreseeable future there, gentlemen. And tomorrow we're looking at a high right around 76. That's it for your headlines. With that, Mike Hawk is out.
Thanks, I appreciate it. See you next time for the return of Who Sucks Less, the lovely Jolene up in just seconds.
Yes, indeed, it's all true, but in the meantime, well, we be all about this bitch. So until tomorrow, please do what you do best. And for Aletha's sake, stay beautiful.
The Men's Room has been taped before a live studio audience. Wardrobe and makeup provided by Mantastic Limited. This has been a presentation of the Men's Room Radio Network.
Oh, man!
A Double Flush production.
Would you look at that? It's time for some of our favorite Snapple Real Facts. Real Fact 1433, toe wrestling is a competitive sport. Real Fact 732, the chicken is the closest living relative of the Tyrannosaurus Rex. And Real Fact 1599, a man once ate an entire airplane. Youch. Did he have any hot sauce? Yeah, so anyways, this has been a refreshing break brought to you by Snapple. Real tea, real juice.
With Snaps, it's refreshing!
This episode sponsored by She's Birdie. You lock the hotel room door, then check it again, and maybe one more time. Because even the nicest room can feel unfamiliar at night. That's why She's Birdie created Birdie Box. With She's Birdie, you can bring peace of mind with you. Birdie Box is a portable travel door alarm for hotels, dorms, Airbnbs, and anywhere you stay away from home. Just attach it to the door frame, switch it on, and if someone opens the door, Birdie Box blasts a loud siren and flashing alarm to alert you and everyone nearby. Because the best part of travel isn't worrying. It's sleeping soundly. Birdie Box from She's Birdie. Locking in peace of mind wherever you stay. For safer, more confident travel, visit shesbirdie.com. That's SHESBIRDIE.com.
Oh, hey, Sarah. Did you hear my daughter Katie got Camper of the Week?
That's a big deal.
We got a big deal too, right, Mom?
Honey, shh.
What's that?
Okay, that Hyundai Santa Fe, I only paid...
Nice.
Deal's so right, it almost feels wrong. The Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Get 0% APR for 60 months, plus 0 payments for 90 days, or 1.9% APR for 72 months on the Hyundai Tucson, Santa Fe, or Santa Fe Hybrid. See your Western Washington Hyundai dealer. Hurry, offers end September 8th. Call 480-500-7931 for details.
Presented by T-Mobile, the official wireless partner of Odyssey Sports. With an awesome network and great savings, there's never been a better time to join T-Mobile. Visit your neighborhood store to make the switch today.
Premier hosts on Vrbo deliver quality vacation rental stays with fast responses and clear instructions, so you don't have to worry about surprises.
I asked our host a question about the house last night, and he got back to me super quick.
See, that's a Premier host move right there.
I wish I had a Premier group chat. I asked them where we should have dinner last night, and they left me on red. I know you saw it. It says it.
Classic group chat move. Don't walk into a surprise. Book a top-rated Vrbo stay with a Premier host. If you know, you Vrbo.